It's warm, but I'm also really cold right now.
I hate Tifa so much. I hate her so much.
And I wasn't allowed to make a hot tea.
Yes.
So now I have to drink water.
Yeah, cold water. So, yeah, here's the thing. Before we even say hi, I'm sorry. Tifa is making me be rude. It is currently a heat wave. There is a heat wave. It is heat wave in most of Europe. Like, unless you live up in Scandinavia, it is really warm. It's in the 30s this week in Germany. The further south you live, the hotter it is. Portugal, Spain, France, Italy, they're in very hot weather. It's really not nice. I think they're hitting up to 40 degrees almost Celsius, which is hell and a half in Fahrenheit. It is really, really hot. Like the kind of weather where the ambulances go out more because people collapse.
I think that's around 120 Fahrenheit.
It's too hot. 1 sec, 40 Celsius. 104. Oh. Really, really hot. Unbearably hot. We've discussed this too. Europe, we don't really have air conditioning. This building doesn't have air conditioning. Our apartment doesn't have air conditioning. If you're lucky in Germany, your work has air conditioning if you work in an office or like a warehouse or something. But usually we don't. And our houses are made to withhold the heat inside for winter so that our poor European bodies don't shrivel up and freeze dry. So, this morning, I got up early while Tifa was still laying in bed. I shut all the blinds. I closed all the windows. I tried to do the best possible job I can to keep the heat outside. And so far, it's alright. We've got a ventilator, fan. Ventilator is the thing you use in like hospitals in English. A fan blowing air into the room. There's a fan under the desk. We're doing alright. And as we sit here, I go, so Tifa, what do you want to drink? And she's like, I'm gonna make a tea. An iced tea, you mean? No, a hot black tea because I'm cold.
Yeah, the fan is cold. Like they work, which is a good thing. But I could totally do with a cup of tea right now.
Only Tifa would currently sit in a still somewhat okay apartment which hasn't seen the light of day all day to keep the heat outside and go, I'm cold, I want a hot tea to warm up. No, Tifa, no hot drinks. No, this room is gonna be warm enough shortly with 2 people in here and a computer and the lights. I'm not complaining about all of it. I'm here on purpose. I'm here to have fun. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sure later on it will be warm, but right now it's cold.
Touch my hand.
I prefer cold over warm, by the way.
You're warmer than me.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Welcome back, by the way. Yes, Happy Tuesday, everybody. Look who's back. It's Tifa.
It's been forever.
It has been. What have you done for 3 weeks without us?
It's only been 3 weeks.
What do you mean only?
It feels somehow longer.
Yes, it does. Oh, that's how you mean it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, it's been 3 weeks. People had to witness 9 Mega Man games, Jet Set Radio.
Oh, they were all different ones.
I will not allow this to attack me on an emotional level.
Look, on the majority of them look the same.
Only 6 of them, of which we only played 5. Yeah, 5 of them maybe do look kind of the same. No, actually 7. We played 2 through 6, that's NES, that looks like that, and then there's 9 and 10 looking retro. Okay, yeah, no, fair, fuck you. I hate it when she turns out to be right.
Like if it wasn't for the title, I couldn't even tell it's a different game.
I can't really blame her. I don't either, but I really want to. No, fair, true. Why are you so smart and so stupid at the same time?
It's the glasses.
Oh yeah, Tifa has
I got glasses again.
Tifa, wait 1 second.
And I thought I kind of picked the same one, but these look so much bigger.
Tifa, the world... You can't even... Why do I grab a prop and when I don't even show you it's an old phone charger? Tifa, the world wants to know how and why do you look slightly different? Thank you for your input. So what has happened is... No, you tell the story. Tifa, why do you have new glasses now?
Wasn't this already covered on why I lost glasses?
No, I said it, but the world needs to hear it in your words.
Oh, well, fair enough. The Dutch have some of the best traditions in the world. Let's start with that. The best, absolute best, the most fun too. I'm just setting it up while you're looking like
which
that.
Which she always does without me around, by the way. Which I'm beginning to take personal.
Basically, we have something that I think most people who aren't from the Netherlands would know. Actually, does it even have an English name? It's called Ter Land, Ter Zee en Ter Lucht. And it's basically...
on the land, in the sea and in the air, if you translate it.
Yeah, basically you need a couple of things. One, a dirty moat. A white dirty moat. A bike. And a very small path over the water with a bell on the end that you can ring.
Okay, real quick. She's not describing a shitty bridge. They put a wooden, usually wooden,
I don't know what that is called. Plank?
In the canal and then lengthwise into the canal a little pathway to cycle on. It's very narrow on purpose. Carry on.
And usually it's quite big, it's very large. Everyone has to like decorate their bike and themselves and like this team and basically go over the little plank to the end of it and cross a bell, which is really hard to do.
Cross a bell.
And ring a bell, which is really hard to do, by the way. But it's a lot of fun, and it's been something that's gone on for years in the show. And now there was a smaller version near the town where my grandfather lived. So I was like, hey, I wanna go watch. And while watching, they announced that they still have some open spaces to participate. And if you don't have a bike, they can lend you one. They have some spare ones that you could use. And I'm like,
by the way,
should I join?
Real quick, if you're wondering, why would they do this whole production and then still have open slots? Mind you, the idea is to make yourself look like a fool in front of your friends, families and neighbors while cycling down a thing along a very narrow path. Most likely, even if you win, if you make it to the end and ring that silly bell, you're still gonna fall into the canal water.
Well, you still will because it ends.
Yes, even
so no matter what,
if you succeed,
will fall in the water.
You will fall into the canal water.
Well, yeah, but you're aware of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, do I sign up? You know what? Fuck it. How often do I get the chance? I'm gonna sign up.
And I'm telling her,
so I did.
Don't do it.
And I'm just like ignoring Jack. I'm signing up.
Please don't do it because I can, in my mind, we all know what Tifa is like. And she's mostly like this in real life too. She doesn't really get to stand up and do things on stream, so you cannot necessarily tell how klutzy she can be. But I foresaw her cycling down the little slope to get some speed down the ramp, and then she would miss the narrow path to cycle on, fall, and somehow smash her face open on the little piece of plank that you are supposed to go over as she falls.
I mean, that is possible. People have landed on their face before. It's not 100% unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of got into my head because that's exactly what he told me when I said I signed up. And honestly, the trick, it's like the plank itself to get to the bell is like 30 meters, by the way. So it's
long,
it's
not
quite
wide.
Long. That's what I said. I don't know
but
what
you're
that is
doing this.
Oh.
That's wide. It's long.
This way then. I don't know what it is in freedom units, but it's long.
About 3 times that much.
And then while I was on the bike and it was my turn, it's basically the trick is go fast and keep pedaling. Do not stop, because that's where you have that little bit of imbalance and you will fall. And I was so focused on getting off of the ramp and not missing the plank that I forgot to pedal. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pedal once I'm on the plank. But when you're on the plank, it's too late to pedal. You have to start pedaling hard when you go off of the ramp.
If you've ever gone really slow on a bike, you know this movement where you go because you're trying to keep the balance because you're going too slow. If you're just going a bit faster, you just go in a straight line.
Yeah.
It's easier.
So I made it like 2 meters, fell into the water, and unfortunately my glasses went straight with it.
Tifa, why did you lose your glasses? Could it be because you didn't, I don't know, just take a piece of random string?
I didn't have string, it was a last minute decision.
Who told you not to make stupid last minute decisions without me around to cover for you?
Yeah, but if you were there, we wouldn't have signed up. You're not spontaneous.
I would have told you all the same things I told you over text message. You would have still joined and I would have offered to hold your glasses.
Yeah, but without glasses, I wouldn't have been able to see the plank. Like, they even asked me, are you going with or without glasses? And I'm like, well, with, otherwise, I'll miss it, I'll see double, like, it's not gonna go well. I'm like, it's gonna stay on my face, and it's gonna stay.
Funny enough, she couldn't have done worse without glasses.
Well,
she fell basically instantaneous.
No, that's true. You would have prevented me from making bad choices.
Yes.
It was a great choice, and I had so much fun, and it was absolutely worth it.
It lasted
and then my
4 seconds.
Then my cousin came, and he was like, oh, I want to join too. So I quickly signed him up before the spaces were full while he was on his way there. So he also joined on the spare bike. He actually made it like halfway before he fell off, so he did get further. And next year we're gonna sign up on a tandem bike.
Yeah, and do you know what she said? Who's gonna sign up to do this on a tandem bike? So 2 people? She and her cousin.
Yeah, but I can sign up twice and also go with you.
I exist. Why am I not... Not being first pick here really hurts, and it makes me feel a little bit like back in high school.
You have seen the modes that you fall into, right? It was so funny. After that, I got out of the modes. I still watched a bit until the end, and then
It's a canal. It's not a moat.
It's a moat.
Is there a castle in between it?
Look, I'm quite sure moat is the correct translation.
Gracht.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a canal. Tifa look at me like, he can't possibly know Dutch better than I do.
No. No, I know it's a gracht. I'm talking about the English translation. Yeah, that's... Okay, that is a Google. Look up a different one.
You're only right if you Google it, Jack. That doesn't count.
Look up difference between moat and canal. A ditch. That doesn't seem right.
Translations of gracht, canal. Literally the first word and the first synonym.
Canal is kanaal. Oh yeah, gracht. Okay, maybe. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So after that, I walked home.
It's a man-made river. A canal.
Going to my grandfather's home in my soggy shoes, doing that.
Did you not bring spare clothing either?
Well, no.
Oh my god.
Where do you get changed? There's no changing things.
You bring a Turnbeutel.
I did get a towel.
A gym bag. A duffel bag or whatever.
I got a towel. That was...
Did you get to keep the towel?
No, I got a towel myself. Like, I did quickly run home when I signed up, grabbed a towel at my grandfather's place, put on a different t-shirt, and then ran back with the towel.
So you thought after falling into the canal water it would be fine to not go home, get changed, shower. You just went, it's okay if this dries on me.
Yeah, but I showered after the event.
This people, look at me, look at the camera. This is why the moment she came back, my skin got worse again. That's why.
But also I gotta sit here too. Anyway,
that's why. It's Tifa. She
under
is
the
rubbing
shower,
stuff on me.
where I was going is the water is dirty. It's a canal. It's the things you cycle past in the water. It's dirty water.
We've done the same, to be honest. Yeah.
It makes
Probably
sense.
me too.
So while I'm in the shower, I'm like blowing my nose and like this black gunk comes out of it. Because it went like flat on my face in the water, so I probably got some dirty canal shit.
There's probably still fishes somewhere in your sinuses now.
Oh yeah, that's possible. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that you would go in there.
Tifa, when you lay down, when you lay down after you did that, do you sometimes hear blop, blop?
Oh, it was so much fun. If you ever get the chance, absolutely sign up. Don't regret not signing up. I will absolutely do it again next year.
I want to say the things she has now said kind of make me not want to do it. Especially the part where she was blowing canal water out of her sinuses afterwards.
It's good for your immune system. You will be fine.
No, Tifa, I would die. I will get an infection on a scale of infections I have never had before. Just you being around me makes my skin break out again.
So yeah, we had fun, and that's the story on how I lost my glasses. Then that was on a Sunday. Then the Monday, I had to go to the store and look for glasses. And the first couple ones I went were like, yeah, it's gonna take 4 to 5 weeks. I don't really have 4 to 5 weeks.
I have more like a day for you to make them. Can you quicken this?
So in the end, one was like, I can get you like emergency contacts by Thursday, which was like a couple days. Okay, fine.
Contact lenses.
And then your glasses will take like 8 to 10 days. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll do that. So at the end of the week, I at least had some contact lenses. And then my glasses are here. And now we can see again. Oh, it was so funny. Sometimes in the store, I couldn't read the bloody signs in the supermarket, which said what was what and what the price was. So at some point, my grandfather...
Is this a broccoli or is it a cauliflower? I do not know.
Oh, it was so annoying.
Higurashi
I was looking
reference.
for some specific items for my grandfather at some point, and I couldn't read the damn packages. Like with every package, I had to go like bring it to my face because otherwise I didn't see it. And at some point, I got so annoyed because I had like this entire thing and this entire rack to go through. Then I asked one of the staff to please help me find this one item, and he's like, "Well, it should be there." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but unfortunately, I cannot see at the moment." He's like, "You don't look blind."
Oh my god. Oh.
Like, no, I'm not blind, but I did lose my glasses, so I have a hard time reading the packages.
You don't look disabled. You don't look like you're deserving of my help. Please return when you present yourself in such a manner that it fulfills the criteria of my prejudices.
So then at least he came along, he looked at it for a bit, then he was like, nah, looks like we don't have it. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give up. I know you guys have it. I just don't know where it is, but I'll give up. And then while I walked off and went around a corner, I spotted the same color of the package, and then I actually did find it.
And then you were like...
yeah, that's what I need. I'm so glad I got glasses again.
I'm so glad I don't need glasses. My eyes, actually, the last couple of years have gotten a little bit worse, but thankfully only if I look at screens for too long. Like I am at a point in my life where occasionally, every hour or two, I need to like look somewhere else for a moment so that my eyes don't just like stay on like this distance. Funnily enough, while streaming it's fine because I keep looking everywhere, so my eyes have like some change in their focusing. But if I'm just typing away at work for like 6 hours at some presentation or Excel spreadsheet, afterwards I can tell you that I do need a break, and I just go outside and I force myself to look at the farthest point away possible that I can still like focus on, because my eyes just go, you're nearsighted now and you will stay like this for the next hour. And then seriously, my eyes just like they just lock up.
Maybe you should do an eye test just in case. Doesn't hurt.
Can do next time we have the time to do one. Same problem with my work. Yeah, thankfully I work at a place where we are very keen on making sure people take their breaks when they're supposed to. Yeah, this was all one big Tifa moment. Why are you shocked? Have you listened to yourself? So we do make people go take breaks where they then also can refocus their eyes. I just need to really like discipline myself to do it properly and not just during my break then look at my phone at like a similar distance, because you know that doesn't make it better.
People take breaks?
Yeah, that's why I go outside during my breaks when I get the chance and just go for a walk. I do nothing, just put on some music and I just walk. I don't look at a screen, I don't look at anything. I just observe traffic, people, and just walk for 30 minutes. It's nice, can recommend if you have the ability to do that.
Well, I guess in this heat it's not really nice. Like I even went along today during the walk.
Yeah, and you got ice cream for it. Yeah, let's put this thing back on. So, here's the thing. Tifa and I on Saturday went grocery shopping, as we do, because we need to eat some things eventually. And we bought ice cream. Like ice cream on a stick. I would just say ice cream. What do you call it in English? It's not a popsicle. It's
an ice.
It's ice. We just say ein Eis. So we bought a package. The package has 3 in it. We are 2 people. So it was really warm already back then. So we bought the box of 3 because it was on sale and ate 1 each on the way home. Cool. So we put the last one in the freezer.
Who puts 3 in a box anyway? What happened to 4 in a box? That used to be the standard. 4 in a box.
Yeah, asshole companies. It's capitalism. So that you're 2 people. Well, buy 2 boxes. Now you have 6. Oh, you're 4 people. Well, I guess you need to buy even more boxes. With that kind of deal. You know, families and stuff. Anyway, so we still had 1 ice cream left. Now today I said, hey, it's my break. I've been staring at a screen all the time, or the whole day so far. I need to look at something else. Let's go for a walk, because we don't get sunlight right now because everything's just closed because the heat, staying outside. Tifa said, okay, which surprised me, but thank you.
Yeah, same.
And then I was like, do you want an ice? And she's like, you can have it. And I'm like, you can have it. Ultimately, after arguing about this for no less than 4 minutes into my break, taking away my outside time,
you weren't even dressed anyway.
I forced Tifa to eat the top half and then I ate the bottom half because she refused to eat the whole thing. That's how adorable I am.
I wanted you to have the ice.
I wanted you to have the ice.
Even I wanted you to have the ice.
I wanted you to have the ice cream.
Just fucking eat the ice cream.
You eat. I'm adorable and Tifa can be really annoying.
So precious. I mean, I can handle the heat, but this is a bit much even for me. I cannot handle the heat and this is way too much for me.
Can't imagine how this for normies. Horrible. I wouldn't want to be outside. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, it is not nice. I have 2 days of home office every week, or I can work 2 days from home every week. And I've planned it for today and tomorrow. The 2 hottest days this week, but the rest is still gonna be hot, just not as hot. So I'm hoping we're gonna have some thunder. Actually, thunderstorms can still leave it hot, just very...
It's supposed to cool down towards the weekend.
But I'm really hoping it's gonna cool down by then. And it's not gonna be horrible to leave the house. Like, these are the temperatures I just want to stay in, not go out. And
drink hot tea?
Yeah, but in this room, right now, it is cold. During the day, I only drank a hot cup of tea this morning, and the rest of the day I only drank water, because I was semi-warm. It's not that warm yet in the house, fortunately.
Tifa, please touch my back, because I've started to sweat already. How are you cold?
How about we swap places? Maybe the little ventilator is on my side.
What you're looking for is fan.
Why do I always say ventilator?
Because it's ventilator in German and it's ventilator in Dutch. But in English, a ventilator is the thing they put on your face so that you can breathe at a hospital. I don't know why.
Is that an oxygen mask?
That's a different thing, but there's also a ventilator.
Well, the fans are really... They really work.
Yeah. The problem with fans is they heat up your apartment. They don't cool it down. Because physics, you feel that they're making it cooler because of the air movement. But really, they just move the air. So you feel cooler, but the air temperature hasn't changed. While simultaneously, the fan eats electricity because it's a machine, creating excess heat. So really, we're just making it more bearable. It's not cooling anything.
Well, right now I feel like it's alright.
Yes, because it feels nicer. That's the most important part.
Feel the air through my toes.
I was gonna say exactly that. I am not wearing socks right now. No, I'm not showing you. And I feel the air current go between my twinkly toes. It's nice. It's very necessary with as well. You know what's also necessary regardless of the weather, Tifa? She knows what's coming. The recap. Hey Tifa, it's been 3 weeks that you've had time to prepare for this moment. Don't disappoint me, don't fuck it up. Hey Tifa, what has happened the last time we played Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 6, Tsumihoroboshi?
The last time we played Higurashi, we basically fully lost Reina to the madness. Keiichi went to school, all schooly-dooly, I don't know.
As you go to school, all schooly-dooly. A new Tifa-ism has been born. How do you go to work? Worky-durky?
On a good day.
Okay, fair enough. Carry on.
That's more like what you do after fire albums.
After you clocked out.
Basically. So yeah, Keiichi went to school thinking on how to help Reina.
Because I can fix her.
Because we can fix her. She's fixable and we're her friend, so we gotta be there and support her and get her out of this madness, just like how our friends in a different world have helped us or tried to help us.
No, that's not how that happened. Context matters here. So last night Reina actually came to our house. Mostly covered in blood because of mosquito bites that she scratched open. But also it's kind of implied that she scratched herself bloody / may have cut herself.
Was that
because because she mentioned the maggots being back and she's all wrapped up in blood-soaked bandages and band-aids. Eventually she scurries off. Keiichi goes to school thinking about what he can do. As he sits there, he suddenly has like an episode where he remembers the events of chapter 1. Specifically, how Reina and Mion came to his place, pushed him down on the ground, he blacked out and killed them. All of these things. Having this realization, he profusely apologizes to Mion. She doesn't understand why, but Rika actually gets it. She asks him, so you now remember your sin. This is a miracle. This doesn't normally happen. And all that jazz. But Keiichi now realized that Reina is so delusional that she believes everybody to be the enemy. And that same thing must have happened to the Keiichi of chapter 1. We don't know if that's true, but that's the implication. That him being attacked by his friends in chapter 1 didn't actually happen. That's just how he perceived it because he had gone crazy. Now, as he is in school, I think the next day, whenever, could have still been the same day.
I don't know, because I thought all of that was like
after.
a chapter before.
Yeah, I think so too, but chronologically it leads into it. Now, after that, sorry, it's been 3 weeks.
So now we go back to Keiichi going to school, all schooly-dooly, when suddenly a phone call comes in, and what's our teacher called again? Chie-sensei is being called away. Mion is also there in the room with her, and she believes it is Reina who has requested for help somewhere, and Chie is moving along to go help her.
She's leaving. Instantly.
Leaving.
Yeah. She's like, you take care of a class, do self-study, bye. I need to take care of something.
Basically, yes. So Mion tells her bodyguards that are outside in a car to follow Chie-sensei because she believes she's gonna meet with Reina. So they all scurry off to follow her while Mion goes back to the classroom where Keiichi and the rest is. When a bit later, all of a sudden...
Keiichi is preoccupied thinking of how he can help Reina because he believes he's the only one who can possibly understand what she's going through, given his now memories of what his other version had done in chapter 1.
When all of a sudden, Reina bursts into class. I completely forgot about Chie being gone until now.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's how we do it.
Until Reina suddenly bursts in with her giant ass machete, basically...
Hatchet. It's a hatchet.
Oh, hatchet. No, it wasn't the
hatchet. It's a hatchet.
You sure she had the hatchet?
It's the hatchet. It's always the hatchet with her.
Fair enough. Thought she had the...
So she bursts in, takes the entire class hostage, and she calls out Keiichi on his promise to her that no matter what happens, he's on her side. He is going to help her. Okay, Keiichi, now let's put your money where your mouth is. You're gonna tie up all of these kids. And if you don't tie them up properly, I'm gonna start killing people. Because I mean business. I'm dead fucking serious. And that's where we are basically. We just tied up everybody in a neat package. Keiichi is hoping that there's some sort of situation where he can maybe do something, maybe overpower her. She can't kill all of them in one stroke, so maybe they can do this together, overpowering her. But also, she has already slashed the place up in a bunch of places. She's destroyed things because she's really mad and she wants something that we don't quite know yet.
Yep.
I assume she wants the people who are behind all of this, probably Mion.
And that's where we left off.
Yeah. That was surprisingly not as much of a train wreck as I thought even.
Well, I remembered the end. I just didn't fully remember what came before.
A bunch of things. And that's why recaps matter. Thank you, Tifa. Let me load the game. Where were we?
I think we're on the second page already.
Yes, we are playing the game with 07th mod, which brings some content, all the content, I believe, from the console re-releases of Higurashi into the PC version. So I'm being confused right now because I can just show you. I saw the screen up here, top right. But that's from the point where the story diverges. There's a good and a bad choice to be made. We're currently following the canonical version of the events. And I think
we should start moving those to the...
We are here.
To the last page.
Yeah, Friday, 6 June, 10:01 p.m. I should have kept my little thing. Okonomiya PS to all vehicles. Okonomiya PS to all vehicles. A hostage situation has broken out at the Hinamizawa Forestry Service building. There are reportedly multiple hostages. All vehicles are to head to the Forestry Service building immediately. It's important to speak into a imaginary microphone when you say these things.
I know they share a building, but wouldn't you just say the school now?
Maybe it's legally not the school building. You know, they're sticklers for details. Kumo-chan, I'm sorry I'm late. What's going on?
Wait, before I start, let me pretend to have a sip of my nice hot tea.
It's now probably lukewarm, tepid water.
Yeah, wouldn't have happened with tea. Hello, sir. Today around 1 p.m. the Hinamizawa branch school classroom was taken over. All 25 students have been taken hostage.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize there was a whole time skip. It's afternoon now.
The suspect's initial demands were to prohibit all entry to the branch's school's property and to secure a hotline to us.
555 Ooishi. So they're willing to negotiate with us from the start. What's going on?
Also, the suspect is asking for you, ooishi-san. It's Reina Ryugu.
Ryugu-san. Very well. We seem to be inseparable, huh? I'll be dealing with her until the end. She gave a crooked smile.
We don't know if she has any accomplices. The curtains are closed, so we can't confirm the situation.
Have you asked whoever told us about this?
No, Reina Ryugu declared it herself. Therefore, we don't know what's going on inside. The teacher received a call from Reina Ryugu as she left the classroom before the incident took place.
Shouldn't it be Rena?
Oh.
This has been well planned, huh? Has anyone from the forestry service been taken hostage?
Nobody from the service was there today. All 25 hostages are students. That number matches with the attendance the teacher took this morning.
Plus the suspect, right? Have you seen anyone else suspicious other than Rena Ryugu?
No, we've seen someone peeking out from behind the curtain, but it was the suspect herself. We're guessing there must be at least one or two more of them, though.
I know one of them, that's Keiichi. Well, maybe she really is doing it by herself. Rena Ryugu was a true believer in Mio Takano-san. Why did I now want to say Takano-sans? I'm so messed up on the honorifics that have always been overused. Rena Ryugu was a true believer in Mio Takano's scrapbooks. According to those scrapbooks, the entire village was Rena Ryugu's enemy. She didn't have anyone she can trust. However, she also believed in Mio Takano's delusion. It was possible that someone who was influenced in the same way was following Rena Ryugu.
Ooishi-san, the principal and the teacher are here.
Hello, Chie-sensei. Are you okay? She ran up to Chie-sensei, who was crying with a handkerchief held up to her face.
Reina-chan is a good girl. For her to do something like this, there must be some mistake. Oh. She faint?
If I were to do this by the book, I would ask you about Ryugu-san's recent behavior. But when it comes to Ryugu-san, I probably know better than you do. Please, don't worry. I'll take care of this as peacefully as possible. Chie-sensei was huddled over, and Oishi didn't think he could say anything else to her. On the contrary, the principal was staying strong, trying to figure out how to take care of the situation. Mr. Oishi, please! If possible, I would like to request to be a hostage myself. I will take the place of the children.
Let me do that instead. It's all my fault.
Please, don't blame yourselves. I have things I want to ask you, so I'd appreciate it if you cooperated. Bonchi-kun, please show them the blueprints.
I like that name. Excuse me, sir. Section Chief Takasugi is on the radio.
Who is Bonchi?
I
Hello.
haven't heard that yet.
Hello, this is Oishi.
Oh, Oishi-san. Oh, ghostings. Kumagai-kun informed me of the situation. I haven't had to read this much.
Kumikage! Suddenly new characters!
The suspect is underage, huh? I'm quite sure you were this guy. It's his boss.
I don't recall.
Yeah,
Tifa, it's been 3 weeks because
you
of you.
You're definitely his boss.
Yeah, help out.
Please keep strict control of the press.
I understand. Also, the suspect is requesting me as a negotiator. Is that okay with you?
You've known Rena Ryugu since the parasite incident from the other day.
The parasite incident? It never happened!
I bet she still thinks you're her ally. Only you can do the job. Good luck.
I really don't want to. But since I caused so much trouble, I guess I'll have to do this to make up for it.
Oishi-san. Rena Ryugu's on the car phone.
That was faster than expected. I'll go get it. Thank you. Hello, this is Oishi.
Oishi-san? This is Ryugu.
Oh, she's deep red now. So far, the color of Reina's perspective seems to indicate how deep down the rabbit hole she is.
She was already deep red previously.
Yeah, true, but it started with like a mild pink.
Yeah, that is true.
Apricot. Hello, this is Oishi.
Is the signal weak on your car phone? It's kind of hard to hear.
Just like me, it's getting old.
It's the 80s. Ooishi and I exchanged friendly words. A long, long cord trailed through the hallway from the teacher's office. That cord extended further to the phone on the podium in the classroom.
No, we are not going to get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they really send me daughters when I asked for sons? No, Tifa. I could feel the Mulan inside your soul. It's not now. This is a hostage situation. This is not the moment for amazing Disney songs.
Yeah, but they knew what we're doing. There are just certain lines that just trigger certain reactions. And sometimes you hear something and you immediately go, let's get down to business.
To be defeated by Disney DMCA lawyers. To
defeat the Huns.
Maybe Reina Ryugu is a Hun. We don't know. Not that it matters, but it would be really funny right now.
Don't we all have some Hun blood in us?
A lot of people actually do share a common ancestor in Genghis Khan, yeah. Because he raped and pillaged. I cannot speak today. It's the heat. Do I still have a boo-boo? It's the lack of my boo-boo. I cannot read, I cannot talk. Tons of people have actual Hun traces in their DNA because Genghis Khan spread his sperm everywhere.
And that is why we had to get down to business to defeat them. Let's get down to business. I'll check to see if you're qualified to negotiate for me.
For me, not with me. For me. Okay. Shoot. But when I do it... Psycho, do you remember how when I kind of said the same thing twice? The first time I said it, I fucked up my wording, but I did start with he raped and pillaged his way across Europe and Asia. There's a difference.
Don't let us get down to business here, Psycho.
I'm just saying, when you get down to business, it should be consensual and not because you brought an army of riders with heavy weaponry to get your point across.
You are my ally, aren't you, Ooishi-san?
Of course. Let's expose the conspiracy of the Sonozaki family together, you and me.
Ooishi answered without hesitation. Was he still my ally? Or was this sly detective just saying what I wanted to hear? Either way, I only had Ooishi to depend on. If I couldn't trust him, I was stuck. There would be nothing else I could do. You didn't believe me for a while either, did you, Keiichi-kun? But you do now, right? Keiichi-kun was sitting on the floor facing away from me with his head resting in his hands.
Yeah, everybody believes he is a full-on accomplice.
He's just sleeping. We're comrades now, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he doesn't look like he's having a crisis.
You don't look blind! Reina Ryugu asked Keiichi Maebara if he was her comrade, but... Reina Ryugu asked Keiichi Maebara if he was her comrade, but I couldn't hear his voice. Was she trying to tell me that Keiichi Maebara was still alive, or that he was being forced to obey her because of the hostages? Maebara-san is your ally too, huh? That's nice. But weren't you suspicious of Maebara-san for a while?
Yep. When I heard about the BB gun incident, I couldn't believe it. But we can't let the past fool us. We have to learn from the past in order to grow.
That's very good. You're absolutely right about that.
That's why we forgave each other. So I don't doubt Keiichi-kun anymore. Keiichi-kun is my comrade.
My tovarish. I understand. Therefore, Keiichi-kun is my ally too, isn't he? Please say hello to him for me.
Sure, I will.
Hello, Keiichi.
Ooishi says hello. Mom!
Actually, I'd like to say hello to him myself. Can he come to the phone? Sly!
Too early.
Conversation stopped suddenly. made me nervous. Did I say something wrong?
Sure. Here he is. Keiichi-kun, Ooishi-san wants to talk to you.
I heard some rattling and rustling on the other side of the phone. Hello? Mrs. Maebara? He sounded monotone. Unable to disobey, Keiichi Maebara must have been pretending to follow Reina Ryuga's orders. Hello, Maebara-san. This is Oishi from the Yokonomiya police station. Thank you for coming to the phone. Let's do this together. Yes. Let's do this together. What is Ryuga-san doing right now? She's walking around the classroom? Maebara-san, please say yes if your answer is yes and yeah if your answer is no. Do you know what Ryuga-san wants? Yeah. That answer told me for sure. Keiichi Maebara wasn't Reina Ryuga's accomplice. There's no way Reina wouldn't tell her accomplice what she wanted after planning a hostage situation like this. How would he help someone who wouldn't even tell him what she wanted? I'll ask you directly. Are you Reina Ryuga's ally? No, let me change my question. Are you being threatened by Reina Ryugu? Yes. There you go. The other guys in the car listening in on our conversation raised their fists in victory. Yeah!
He's being threatened!
Another hostage! Woo! Now there is nobody... Is Reina Ryuga the only suspect? Yes. If she was the only suspect, then we could respond appropriately. I guess nobody else believed in Takano's scrapbooks. If so, being fooled was even... If so, my being fooled was even more embarrassing. As I thought about my next question, I heard the phone being taken away from Keiichi. Reina came back on the line.
See? Keiichi-kun is my ally, isn't he?
Yes, you were right. That's very promising.
Okay, now it's your turn to talk, Ooishi-san. How are the simultaneous raids on the Sonozaki family going? Remember? You promised me when we talked on the phone before. Have you found the secret research facility yet?
Yes, it's actually run by Umbrella Corps, and it's not even in Hinamizawa. It turns out there's a place nearby. It's called Raccoon City. I had to decide on what to say.
It's been going great.
Should I tell her we conducted raids or not? Maybe she already knew that we didn't raid. Maybe she was just testing me. We're trying to come up with a plan for the simultaneous raids as we speak. We're talking to the prefectural police as well as the public safety division. We're talking about the entire city, so we need a little more time to prepare for it.
You're taking too long! Ooishi-san, don't you realize what kind of emergency situation Shishibone City is in right now? What are you doing? Ooishi-san, you do believe me, don't you? You're my ally, right? Right? Please answer me!
Oh, of course I am. But the police department is a little more complicated than you think. I'm doing my best, I really am. The thing is, this is on a really big scale. Yeah, it's bioterrorism, allegedly.
Ooishi-san, they poisoned me recently. With the parasites that killed Tomitake-san. They poisoned me with them. I've been itching like crazy since yesterday. I'm all bloody from scratching at my throat. I might claw out my throat and die at any moment, and you're telling me you're still preparing. I knew it. Ooishi didn't realize how dire the situation was. He understood that there was some kind of conspiracy in Hinamizawa, but he didn't realize how soon their plan was going to be executed. Besides, I was already feeling itchy all over my body and was bound to soon die the same way as Tomitake-san.
I'm sorry, I really am doing my best. But everybody asks me if I have proof.
Proof? Do you need proof?
Yes, that's how the police works, Reina. Shockingly, they don't just do things, what was it? Schooly-dooly?
Willy-nilly?
Police?
Huh?
What?
My nose is so itchy for some reason.
Better?
Mio-san scrapbooks. A little bit. Maybe that was what I'd need to convince the police. I was afraid someone would destroy the evidence if I handed them over to Ooishi-san, so I kept them with me. But I didn't have much longer to live. I might not even make it until tomorrow morning. That's right. I might be dead before tomorrow. I would die tonight. Okay. I'll give you Mio-san's scrapbooks. Please use them to convince the other policemen.
Yeah, that should help. Please do give me the scrapbooks.
I looked through my backpack, which was laying by my feet. Mio-san's scrapbooks were in there. This is
no,
our
Tifa,
last
this is not
resort.
our last resort. You're not going to cut my life into pieces, and Papa Roach isn't going to come to the school.
At this point, they're doing it on purpose.
Do you remember when earlier in this, in chapter 6, Reina was also like, it's crawling in my skin? Yes, because these wounds, they will not heal. Thank you, translators. Yeah, not a coincidence.
It really isn't. Someone had a 90s playlist going on.
90s, 2000s.
What?
Ni-
Last Resort.
when was Last Resort? Come on.
Did not come. Mulan was 90s. Last Resort was not beginning of.
Mulan was 1998. Cut my life into
The
pieces.
song I think is called Last Resort too.
Oh yeah. Last Resort 2000. Crawling in my skin. 2000.
Okay, someone had a 2000 playlist on.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I can really use this line.
That's a good one. That's
That's a good one for this moment, yeah. This is our last resort. Ooishi-san, do your best. No, you must take care of it, please.
Of course. Trust me. I'll expose the conspiracy.
I knew the police would take too long to get things moving. They're an organization, after all. That's why I'm doing this, to make them understand.
Because nobody knows what it's like to be the bad man. To be the sad man. Behind blue eyes. Doesn't Reina have blue eyes?
I don't remember, actually.
I think so.
You have an excuse now. Please, use this chance wisely.
Thank you. You can count on me. So, how should we do this? Do you want me to come get it? I knew she wouldn't let me into the classroom. She was still cautious. I could guess where Reina Ryugu was going to take this thing, so I tried to stay ahead of her. I handed a memo with my instructions on it to a colleague.
I can't really leave the classroom, so I'll have Keiichi-kun deliver them to you.
Maybe that's better. If you left the building, something might happen.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm sure the Sonozaki family already knows about what's going on here. I'm sure they didn't expect you to do something like this, so they might come to shut you up.
To shut me up? Do you mean...
By shooting you. A hitman from the Sonozaki family may try to put a stop to this by sniping you. That's why you shouldn't come outside. Don't even go near the windows. I saw you peeking out a window, but you shouldn't do that. They may fire at any time.
Wait a minute. Aren't there policemen around? Can't you stop that from happening?
We would if we could. But it's so open around here. A well-trained sniper can easily shoot as far as 400 meters. As you know, attack units from the Sonozaki family have gone through military training and they specialize in assassination techniques. Don't underestimate them. I need you to help me expose the conspiracy of the Sonozaki family.
I understand. Thank you for your warning. Even if my life is to end tomorrow, I can't die now.
Well, we're at it, the snipers are also lizard people. Just bring all the conspiracies into it. That's right. Under no circumstance should you peek out the windows, okay? Be very careful. The phone conversation ended. Reina Ryugu was going to let Keiichi Maebara deliver the scrapbooks. Did you get what I wrote in the memo already?
Yes, we've got it. Do you think it will work?
I scared her, so I don't think she'll peek out the windows. I'm sure she'll still have her eyes open though. I'll work around it. I roughly understood what was I roughly understood what was going on from the phone conversation.
I still don't really get what she does.
She has blue eyes. Yes.
I don't really get what she is aiming for with the hostage situation, though.
I don't know either. It doesn't make sense.
Like, what will this achieve?
Well, we've just literally had a part of a story where they established that we don't know.
Yeah, but I also do not know.
That's the point.
That's the problem.
Yeah. That's the point that we're making. We don't know yet. It's just a prank! It's just a prank, bro! Yeah, Reina wouldn't do this. She's my best friend 6 ever. That's
exactly.
1 more than 5 ever, which in turn is 1 more than 4 ever, because we're not just BFFs, we're BFF 7 ever.
We just didn't want to study.
Yeah, nobody wants to do a pop quiz. Stupid Chie-sensei.
Okay, Keiichi-kun. Here are the scrapbooks. Their contents are very important. They're proof of the Sonozaki family's conspiracy, and the police can use them as evidence to conduct a raid. Please take this to Ooishi-san, okay? And when you give it to him, come right back. I'm watching you. If you do something you aren't supposed to, I'll be angry.
Reina took out a couple of old scrapbooks from her backpack and gave them to me. When she cast a sidelong glance at me on.
I'll tell you about these later, Micho. I'll tell you all about what a scary conspiracy your family is planning. Or maybe you already know, huh? Anyway, go on, Keiichi-kun.
Anyway.
Just go halfway out into the schoolyard. Don't say anything. You're just delivering the scrapbook. See, it's a machete.
It's a hatchet.
That is not a hatchet!
Tifa, it's been called a hatchet before. The game knows better than we do.
That is obviously not a hatchet. You're just delivering the scrapbooks. Don't talk, okay? If you do. If it was Chie-sensei, she'd slap you with a ruler, but... what should I use instead?
Alright, I won't even say a word. Come on, put that hatchet down. I'm your ally, right? Trust me, okay?
Yeah, you're right. I trust you. So please don't betray me, okay?
In 3, 2, 1. Reina's eyes were telling me clearly. They were telling me she didn't trust me. But even in the stage, she also knew she wouldn't... But even in the stage, she also knew she shouldn't distrust her friends. Therefore, although she couldn't trust me, she was pretending to. That was why she didn't tie me up. Okay, I'll be going. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I walked past my friends who were lying down on the floor and headed to the exit. I saw some of their faces as I passed. Some were fearful, some were sure that I'd use the opportunity to run. Some were scared that they'd die if I did. Don't worry, guys. I won't let her even touch any of you. What is that sentence? I won't let her even touch any of you. If Reina tries to do something, I'll stop her, even if I have to risk my own life. Anyway, I'd do whatever it took to ensure that nobody died. I had to make sure Reina didn't get angry. I'd just wait for the right moment. I went down to the school entrance and changed my shoes, then unlocked the door and stepped outside. This is so Japanese. So Japanese.
It's ingrained.
I'm in the middle of a hostage situation. I need to deliver documents to the police from the hostager. I need to exchange my shoes for my outside shoes. It's sweet. That actually makes sense. Some people, when they are under extreme stress, they just cling onto any sense of normalcy. So just the routine of, I'm going outside, so I need to take off my indoor shoes and put on my outdoor shoes. It makes sense. It might seem weird, but some people work exactly like this. I've seen it happen before. I felt the fresh air on my skin. I saw the lights from the police cars. I could feel all the policemen looking at me. As soon as I was in the schoolyard, a little voice tried to tempt me. I was free from Reina now. If I ran off the school grounds, I'd be free. What was I thinking? If I did something like that, Reina would go crazy and who knows what else she'd do. The important thing here wasn't my safety, it was to make sure that Reina didn't kill anyone. I saw a big man coming towards me from the school gate. That was probably Ooishi-san. Question. Because King Fossil, I think it was, actually pointed that out in the comments on one of our VOD uploads to YouTube. Every single time Ooishi is introduced by a character, they're usually like fat-shaming him.
Do they?
Yeah, it somehow always turns out that way. Because they're always standoffish with him. Like he's a grotesque man, he looks like a perverted old man, he's fat, all of these things.
Well, I want to say big man isn't fat-shaming.
No, but that's why I was just thinking about this, because now we're finally in a situation where there is a sense of hope attached to meeting Ooishi. So, still, now, is it a 50 like, haha, he's fat? Or is it a, no, he's big, as in tall? We're not gonna find out, I think. Are you Keiichi Maebara-san? Hello, I'm Ooishi from Hinamizawa Station. You can call me Kura-chan. Sorry, Reina told me not to talk and just give these to you. So please, just take them in silence. Just talk like this. Just try to not move your lips and just try to speak through your teeth. We can still have a conversation without her finding out. This is ventriloquism. It's actually not Jack talking right now. Tifa has one of her arms up my butt. She's really good at this. It almost sounded like me too.
I know, right? I practiced for 3 full weeks.
Yeah. With whom?
What could go wrong? Nothing.
It's not horny if it's ventriloquism. Or is it? Could it be that every single person who does ventriloquism have a secret, thinly disguised fetish to fist somebody in front of other people, and they just use the puppets to be allowed to get away with it because it's entertainment?
Now you're just making it weird.
Am I making it weird, or are ventriloquists making it weird? I'm just asking questions. I'm trying to get into my Ooishi voice and not coughing like that. I understand. These are the scrapbooks, huh? I'll take them. I tried to hand the scrapbooks to Ooishi-san, but he stepped aside a little. Huh? Confused as to what he was doing, I changed my position and handed them to him again. He took them that time. And at that point, Ooishi put something that was under his jacket into my pocket. He did the Shenmue move where he pressed dodge at the right moment. Don't worry. Even if Ryuga-san was watching, the building is behind you. She couldn't have seen that. What is this? I couldn't look into my pocket because I didn't want Reina to suspect anything, but whatever it was pretty heavy for its size.
A taser.
A gun! I have a memo for you too. Anyway, back to the classroom. Please read it without Ryuga-san noticing. How do you expect me to give a speech to the class? Go on now. She'll get suspicious. I just followed his directions. I was worried Reina had begun to suspect something. When I looked at the classroom, the curtains were closed. But that didn't mean she wasn't peeking out through a crack. I went back to the entrance and locked the door. If Reina checked and found the door unlocked, it could cause more trouble. Reina was in the classroom. There was no way she'd come down this way. She was alone. If she left the classroom, everyone would get up and run. They couldn't run because Reina was there, but they were all waiting for their chance. The entrance then was Reina's blind spot. As I changed my shoes, I quickly removed what Ooishi-san had put into my pocket. There was a radio with an earpiece? And something else that looked like a short police baton. There was also a folded piece of paper. I opened the piece of paper and saw a note written in small print. Ooh, suddenly this has turned into a sneaking mission. Metal Gear Maebara. Dear Maebara-kun, please hide the bug in your pocket. It picks up even a low voice, so you can use it to get in touch with me. Using the earphone, you can hear me in return. There's also a spray for self-protection. It sprays as far as 1 meter. Make sure you aim for the face. This must be the spray. I guess it's safe to try it here? I held down the button and gas sprayed out from the nozzle. Yeah, is it safe? Sorry, I only do imperial measures. What's metric? How far is a meter? About 3 feet, I believe. Compared to Reina's hatchet, this required some caution, but it was small enough to fit inside the... Compared to Reina's hatchet, this required some caution, but it was small enough to fit inside of my hand.
Okay, that one spray emptied it.
Yeah, probably. Like an asthma inhaler, like empty. It was reassuring that I could hide it so easily. In other words, it was now possible for me to stop Reina. As I realized all my classmates' fates rested on my shoulders, I felt sweat form on my face.
No pressure.
The memo continued. The spray is just for self-defensive purposes. Pepper spray only impairs eyesight, and while it makes your enemies powerless due to the extreme pain and coughing for at least 30 minutes, it's not powerful enough to render them unconscious.
It's a long note, isn't it?
Therefore, please don't forget that there is a possibility that your enemy may fight back desperately in panic. This spray is your last resort. Please don't depend on it, but if you need to, make sure to use it. It's small print. Ooishi. Was he telling me to use it or not? T for energy. It was probably one of those grown-up issues. If the cops entrusted me solely with the fate of the hostages and I failed, they'd be held liable. So while he gave me a weapon, he made me consider its use. I hid the bug and the spray in my pockets and went back to the classroom. Also, quick question. He has an earpiece. I mean, if I turn like this, you can't see that I'm wearing my earphone in my right side. But if you see me from the side, you can clearly see it.
Yeah, but it's one of those military ones that are hidden.
Ah yes, because in the 80s we already had smaller ones.
Probably, who knows?
Surely. I felt a little dizzy, maybe because I was nervous. I was simply following Reina's orders because I had no other choice. That was why I wasn't scared. But things were different from before. I had a weapon. I was in a far better position, but my heart was pounding. Humans are so strange. Shit, what am I going to do? What should I do, Keiichi Maebara? Did I want to fight with Reina? The memo said the spray only reaches as far as 1 meter. 1 meter? That was basically a hand-to-hand battle. That meant I only had one opportunity. One shot, one chance to blow. One opportunity. This opportunity only comes once in a lifetime. Go! You hope you don't lose yourself. Something, 8 Mile. They did all of this on purpose. Fuck you, by the way, translator. I didn't have a second chance. The memo also said I'd need to aim for her face. That wasn't gonna be easy shit. Besides, Reina was cautious. How could I stand directly in front of her within 1 meter? But that's what I'd have to do if I had... These sentences for me, what?
Just have long arms in it.
Yeah, just go. Go, gadget! Keiichi! Psh, psh. But that's what I'd have to do if I But that's what I'd have to do if I was to have any chance of winning. Reina would do anything to reach her goal. She wouldn't even hesitate to kill. Just like how I didn't. Of course, things were already extremely serious. An apology definitely wouldn't be enough. But at least there hadn't been any casualties. The more time passed, the more irritated Reina would get. She might demand something again, and she might kill someone that time to show how serious she was. Bad things had already taken place, but a tragedy hadn't occurred yet. But it was almost here. It wasn't very far at all. When I closed my eyes, I could easily picture Reina killing one classmate after another. After I killed Reina and Mio, my room was covered in blood. If she killed 20 people, the classroom would be a pool of it. If that happened, Reina would... She still wouldn't realize she was being delusional. She would rip out her own throat and die. That would be too big a cross for her to carry, and one day she would remember and be saddened. She didn't need to go through that. I don't think if you rip out your own throat and die from that, then one day you remember it.
It's about what he went through. You know, that he suddenly remembers a different life. Then she will also remember this life.
I know, but it's all weird.
I mean, yes, but it didn't sound like you knew.
I didn't want Reina to go through what I had to go through. Shit, I felt dizzy. This was a very long hallway. I didn't know the classroom was so far. With each step I took, my determination to fight Reina became stronger. Reina would be shocked to realize I betrayed her. But if she couldn't wake up from a nightmare on her own, someone else would have to wake her up. And her friends needed to be the ones to do that.
Welcome back, Keiichi-kun. Did ooishi-san say anything?
What is this smell? As soon as I stepped into the classroom, I smelled something. Everyone had moved to one corner of the classroom. The smell reminded me of a gas station. Was it gasoline? That was brought up earlier, before Reina had come in. They had the windows open and Keiichi smelled gas, as in gasoline. I'm guessing she's trying to burn down the whole place. I saw a red gasoline container by Reina's feet. The cap was open. It was seemingly sturdy and made of metal. It said gasoline on the side, written in felt marker. She must have spread it across the entire classroom. The smell was almost giving me a headache. No, it wasn't just in the classroom. The classmates were soaked in gasoline too. How could she? I see. So it's just like a hijacker holding a bomb. If the police were to rush in, she would burn the hostages. I didn't know where she got it, but she had a lighter in her left hand. Reina, what do you think you're doing?
Of course, I won't actually do it. This is just insurance. I don't want to barbecue everyone either. So I hope this will all just end as a joke.
It's just a prank!
It's a prank, bro.
Reina shot off a lighter. Obviously, she was trying to threaten me.
Then this little spark falls down.
Yeah, she was like, haha, it's not that bad. Click! She has gasoline on her hands because of her spreading it. And when she catches fire, she moves
It's hot enough today anyway. We don't need more heat.
Just take the blinds away. The heat from outside will just set everything on fire.
Yeah.
I've heard about people committing suicide by setting themselves on fire. They pour gasoline on themselves and light it ablaze.
That seems like the worst way to go.
One of you.
Yeah.
You might think that if it was extinguished right away, it wouldn't be that bad. But human skin is supposedly very delicate, and they said that even if 30% of a person's skin gets burned, it's enough to be fatal. Yeah, because you go into shock. If it was your entire body, it would result in death for sure. I had been put in a disadvantageous situation. My weapon might take Reina's side, but I couldn't stop her from using the lighter. She'd probably use it the moment she attacked. I didn't know if she realized it, but the kind of lighter she had would keep burning until the lid was closed. A Zippo, I think is the brand name. Just do the action movie thing where you spray her to blind her, you grab the hatchet, and then you do a 360 and you cut off her arm while it's still holding the lighter.
And then when you go back with your movements, you either close the lid with the blade or you extinguish the flame by cutting through.
You do that, I think it was a TikTok meme for a while, where you do this like roundhouse kick with the sole of your foot that you do the kick with, you open a bottle with a screw-on cap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do that except with a lighter.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. The Hancock strut, yeah, exactly. Easy, everybody can. I hope it doesn't come to that. Therefore, all she'd have to do was to light it and drop it onto the floor. In other words, my spray can wouldn't make Reina powerless at all. The last resort ooishi-san gave me had already lost all its power. What do you mean, insurance? With her scrapbooks, ooishi-san will convince the rest of the police. After that, the investigation will expose the conspiracy. Right?
Do you really think those scrapbooks are enough? I know government people don't move nearly quickly enough.
Then why are we doing all of this? Rena was thinking that if she didn't see any progress with the scrapbooks, she'd pressure the police by letting them know about the gasoline. Let's just trust ooishi-san for now. We should just wait to hear from him, okay?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, then let me pick up where I left off. Oh, yeah.
So I was beheading people currently.
Anyway, those parasites became harmless with the passage of time. But some people didn't like that. Those people are the 3 families of Hinamizawa. Therefore, they are...
Rena was simply telling everyone what she heard from Takano-san. Imagine being held hostage, and the reason for that is that somebody wants to preach to you about their favorite fanfic that they found.
Do you have a moment to talk about?
I started mumbling so I could let ooishi-san know what was going on.
Ooishi, we've been trying to reach you with your extended car sugars.
Yes, that's why she's doing all of this. There have been weirder cults, that is true.
That is very true.
What a smell. Scattering a whole portable tank of gasoline? I was pretending to mumble to myself, so I could only say it very quietly. I wished I could say it louder, but that was probably impossible. I wasn't sure if ooishi-san could hear me. I thought of an idea to find out whether or not they could hear me. It'd be nice if I heard a car honk.
Kuma-chan,
excuse you?
Oh. I saw Kuma.
Excuse you? Kuma-chan, honk the horn. Kuma guy honked honk. Honked honk.
Honk honk.
Honk honk. Honk honk.
Beautiful honk.
Do it again. Kuma guy honked once quickly.
Gasoline, huh? Shit. That explains the smell. I'm sure she's intending to use it to get what she wants.
No, she's trying to set up a barbecue. Kuma-chan, people usually mean an 18-liter tank when they say portable tank of gasoline, right?
Well, probably, but I'm not sure.
Komiyama-kun, is there still someone from the forestry service here? Could you get him? I see those cans have gasoline written on them. Do plastic kerosene tanks have kerosene written on them?
Yes. We don't want to mix them up. All the fuel containers have labels.
Not too many people know this, but regular portable tanks can't hold gasoline. Gasoline, while common, is extremely flammable and can be lit with even static electricity. Therefore, gasoline must be kept in special metal containers. Those are called carrying cans.
Isn't that exactly what she had? Because Keiichi said metal.
So what Maebara-san called gasoline really is gasoline. Of a different sized carrying cans. Yes, Tifa, exactly. It's a press A moment.
18 liter and 5 liter, I think.
The 5-liter ones are rather flat in shape, aren't they?
Yes. It's red and flat with a handle.
Keiichi Maebara called it a portable tank. Do you think it's the 18-liter type?
Maybe he called it a portable tank because he wasn't familiar with the shape.
A portable tank? Metal Gear.
But either way, if it's really gasoline, it's really dangerous.
Gasoline burns when lit. Everything burns when lit.
That's not true.
What doesn't?
Water.
You cannot light water.
Exactly! You just asked me what doesn't.
No, Tifa, everything burns when lit. You cannot burn water. You cannot burn water because you... Why do I allow you to troll me? But what's an even bigger threat than liquid gasoline over fumes? When gasoline fumes are lit on fire, they explode. Also, gasoline evaporates easily. Even at freezing temperatures, it evaporates. And so, in other words, inside the closed classroom, the fumes would still fill the entire space. The classroom would then become a bomb itself. Kuma-chan, do you know anything about Class 4 hazardous materials?
No. I know gasoline fumes are dangerous, but I don't know any more than that. Is that not the stuff everyone sniffs at the tank station?
No. What? What? This was a Dutch thing?
No. Isn't that what you smell in a gas station?
You said huff.
Sniff.
You said sniff, which still implies meaning to do so.
Well, I guess.
Smell. Were you talking about that's what you smell at a gas station, Tifa? There's a difference between going to get gas and you smell gas and you go to the gas station to sniff gas. You are aware of a difference, right?
Yeah, fine.
I'm not sure sometimes. To prepare for the worst case scenario, I want to find out the difference in scale between the 18 liter and the 5 liter. I know, I'll ask the old guy. Excuse me, could you call the station and see if the old guy from the forensics department is still there?
And if not, call him in, please. You're this guy.
I've heard what's going on. A criminal requested you, huh? Kaboom! Richie Ipatsuron! Ooh, a Dora on top of that too. This isn't a laughing matter anymore. Anyway,
No,
what? Big kaboom, Kowalski? Speak millennial, please. I don't understand you. It's really funny because the boomers are talking about explosions and I don't get it. Get it? This isn't a laughing matter anymore. Anyway, do you know anything about 4th class hazardous materials? 4th class, huh? If we had everyone here, we know everything about hazardous materials. Did the suspect spread gasoline or something? Yeah, that's exactly what's happening here. We bugged one of the hostages. Supposedly the suspect spread gasoline throughout the classroom. But we don't know if it's from an 18 liter can or a 5 liter can. Can you tell me the worst case scenarios for both of them? Oh god, now they need to do math. Like 5 liters of gasoline creates this much fumes in this kind of room layout? Yeah, oh god.
It's good to know.
Are we gonna do math now? How big is the classroom? Let's see, approximately 50 square meters. And the room is closed, huh?
50 square meters?
Yeah. That's not even 8 by 8. It's 7 by 7 and a bit. That's not that big.
But that seems... Our
It's a
apartment
classroom.
is like 80?
Tifa, it's a classroom. It fits lots of people.
Yeah,
And it's
I
the
guess.
one classroom they have.
Fair enough, fair enough.
The true horror of Higurashi. Math! You know it, unfortunately.
Yep, 100%.
Ranger, thank you for resub.
Love!
Welcome in. How are you doing?
How
Welcome to Quick Math.
are you, Ranger?
More than likely. I'm sure the smell must be horrible. That's not good, Ooishi. I had a feeling. The classroom will blow up!
Kaboom!
Everyone in the classroom will be dead for sure.
No kaboom? Okay.
Big kaboom. You mean in the case of the 18 liter? Fool, I'm talking about the 5 liter one. If I remember correctly, 4 liters is plenty enough to blow up an 8 by 8 meter room. A policeman listening to their conversation on the side went pale. 8 by 8 meters meant a classroom that was 64 square meters. Only 4 liters are needed to blow that up, and at least 5 liters were scattered in a 50 square meter room.
Great.
In other words, the room has more than enough gasoline, huh? That's not good. I'd rather not hear this, but what would happen if it was an 18 liter can?
Probably the entire building is gone.
Let's see. To put it in your words, Ooishi, the dealer's hand is Richie, Ipatsu, Pinfu, Tanyao, Aka Aka, and Dora Dora.
You know, this guy is awfully cheery for a situation where 25 children
It's desensitized.
are about to be blown up.
Yeah, but you have to be detached to do the math as quick. If you worry about the things that could actually happen and about the lives impacted, you're just going to be paralyzed.
And it seems like something I would do, but...
Yeah, that's what everybody does from some point onwards if you are dealing with these situations, because you have to.
Grateful for today. I was upset at first because my
Mortgage.
I can talk, came in and it's expensive. Bill day sucks, yes. But it means my wife and kids have the home I never had as a kid. And it's Taco Tuesday. That is actually really sweet as well.
That is a super mature and positive way of looking at it.
Yeah,
does it suck?
Really is.
Yes, but does it suck for a ultimately good reason? Yes. That's more important.
And you have created a beautiful home. That's something to be proud of.
Yes. But most importantly, it is Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, no. The things you did to achieve that are more important. Don't get me wrong. But it's nice that it's also Taco Tuesday.
I kind of feel like Taco Tuesday now, even though I never really eat tacos.
That's true. We never do.
How about Burrito Tuesday?
It's Tuesday and we haven't had burritos yet.
Yet.
The store we normally get them at is closed already. Oh. It will definitely be closed by the time we could get there after stream.
Wow.
No, we're not ending the stream now, so you can try to get a burrito. No.
What do you mean?
Buy one from a dealer, 24,000 points. The base distribution is 25,000 points, so there'll be a 1,000 point stick left. Something like that. Maybe one pillar left if you're lucky. Oh my gosh, I don't want that kind of Riichi. Can you speak plain English for me, please? You should call the fire department and get a chemical unit ready. You'll need to have them deal with it after the incident is taken care of.
Why do I think a fire department may be in like a town further up, but a chemical unit?
No way, that's nearby.
I somehow doubt that too.
Yeah. Maybe in the next actual big city, but... Shit. I heard this through the bug, so if a fire engine shows up, the suspect will find out. I guess I'll have to get them ready get ready where she can't see them. Yeah, that's a good idea. You mentioned a bug, didn't you? Yes. I had a chance to come into contact with one of the hostages. I gave him a bug. That's how I found out about the gasoline. The bug can cause a static electricity burst because of a signal.
Yeah, can it really?
Yeah. Even if not the bug itself, you trying to move for the bug, you cause friction through your clothing, you cause static electricity, causing an explosion. Yeah.
Well, that better not happen.
Kelly's best friend had a major open chest surgery today. She just woke up, so Kelly's going back up to stay with her for a while. Please relay her speedy recovery from us.
I hope she recovers very well from that, and I hope the operation went well too.
Yes, and say hi to Kelly and the kids from us. In the hospital receiving post-op treatment for the next 4 days. Okay.
4 days?
That's surprisingly fast for major open chest surgery.
Kinda, no? Like, that seems like nothing if you think about everything that happens there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe that's the silver lining here, because they scheduled just 4 days. Not like 4 weeks, you know? So,
I can imagine after that you just have to rely on the painkillers.
Yeah, and wait to heal. Yeah.
Well, okay. I hope she recovers very well.
Yes, as pain-free as possible.
Yep.
That'd be nice. That's not good. There have been incidents where the sparks from electronic devices set gasoline on fire. You know, gasoline's flash point is about 300 degrees. And even static electricity can easily cause an explosion. You've got to be kidding me. Why is such a dangerous liquid available to just about anybody? How the heck should I know? Tell that to the fire laws in automobile companies. Since it's June, the air isn't that dry, but just to be on the safe side, tell them to turn the listening device off. Nice.
Ooishi-san, according to what I can hear through the bug, the suspect has a lighter.
That means even if Maebara-san used the pepper spray to stop her, he won't be able to prevent her from igniting the gasoline. We can't even use the bug anymore? Damn it! Ooishi! A lighter is really, really bad! Yeah, we know!
We figured, Sherlock.
Don't even let her play with it! The suspect may not know how dangerous gasoline is. From hearing how much it spread, I don't even think she knows about it.
Oh, yeah, sure, I will tell her.
Yeah.
Please stop playing with fire.
I'll just go knock on the door. And just walk over the corpses of the hostages towards her. That surely will be there then.
Only play with the machete or hatchet.
Hatchet. Hasheti. Bit of both.
I'll take it.
His back was covered with a cold sweat. He never even thought this would turn into such a serious matter. He didn't know how dangerous gasoline was. He didn't know because he'd never heard of cars exploding in car accidents. He knew it was dangerous, but he didn't know what it was capable of. Gasoline is more dangerous once it evaporates. Therefore, a burning car in an accident and gasoline fumes being ignited are at completely different levels. It's quite simple to understand if you think about how car engines work. Cars vaporize gasoline in the carburetor and let it explode in the engine cylinders. In other words, that little explosion in the engine is what gives cars the power to move. Therefore, if you want more power, an engine needs to be bigger to create a bigger explosion. So, if an engine cylinder was the size of a classroom, how much power would it create? Anyone with knowledge of engines would know, but a lot of people don't consider how dangerous evaporated gasoline is, because it's too familiar. 25 hostages and one hostage taker. All 26 people were basically stuck in a huge bomb. Furthermore, the suspect might accidentally set it off. If she were to pretend to light the lighter as a threat, that would be the end. All of the people around Ooishi had gone pale. The classroom might explode at any moment. How could they save all the hostages? Especially when the criminal was living in her own delusion and her requests were something so unreal.
Excuse me, I found a letter in the scrapbook.
One of the policemen brought over a folded piece of paper. She opened it while the others watched. He saw girlish handwriting on the paper.
Girlish handwriting.
Like your grandfather's.
The only thing I can think of is if you put like hearts on the eye. My grandfather, would you call that girlish? He has a really nice handwriting.
I want to say, calling it girlish is a bit of a misnomer, because it's not girlish, it's nice. It's easy to read. It's not just like I would write, where you have a hard time deciphering what I wrote. It's nice. Somebody took the time to dot the I's and stroke the T's.
I was going to say, I think my grandfather has one of the nicest handwritings I have ever seen.
He does.
In people.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I get it.
You could tell this was written before she invaded the school.
Dear Ooishi-sama, if you are reading this letter, that means I'm at the final stage. I must have seized the school and held the students as hostages. I'm planning to appoint you as a negotiator, so please pretend to be threatened by me and become my contact with the outside.
Please be threatened?
The first thing I want to tell you is that my enemy is the Sonosaki family, and also the aliens, who are pretending to be parasites that control the Sonosaki family.
Aliens! Aliens.
Hey, we weren't aware of that fact yet, were we?
Ooishi wasn't.
I didn't think you'd believe me if I brought up the aliens, so I didn't tell you about them until now. But when you read these scrapbooks, you will understand. The aliens came to Earth in UFOs in ancient times. They landed on Unikafuchi Swamp. They used this village as their breeding grounds, and through that selective breeding they widened their domain. They were successful, and now they're trying to invade the Earth.
What the heck is this? The other policeman frowned at the letter. No, it's not surprising. I read Takunosawa's scrapbooks and they were full of even stranger stories. Personally, I liked the one about Aussie the best.
The Sonosaki family, as well as all the village authorities, have been brainwashed by the aliens. The villagers' attempts to revive the cult of oyashiro-sama were actually part of the alien strategy to invade the Earth.
They came here from space in a UFO, and with all of that technology they managed to gain a chokehold over one village in Japan.
Yeah, they first had to breed.
People.
The aliens are very clever. They don't let people realize they're being controlled. The Irie Clinic must be their secret research center. Please conduct an investigation and expose their secret. Also, please check out the bottom of the swamp. The UFO must still be there. Also, capture all the relatives of the 3 families and take x-rays of their brains. You'll find hideous parasites inside of them. But please be careful. The aliens eliminate whoever finds out about them by replacing their host with a lookalike. That's how they have been controlling the village.
Trying to turn it into some kind of hybrid heaven.
Therefore, there may be already some aliens among the villagers. It's possible that they will try to interfere with your investigation.
I can't believe that Among Us stole from Higurashi.
As a matter of fact, there have been lookalikes of Mio Takano, Rika Furude, and me, Reina Ryugu. If you see any of those 3, capture them immediately. That will be the proof of aliens existing among us.
Sus.
Mio Takano. Why does she think that?
I know. I told her over the phone that according to the result of the autopsy conducted by the lab over in Gifu Prefecture, the day of her death doesn't match up.
Are you talking about the mistake on her autopsy results?
Updated your autopsy report! Nice. I told her I didn't know why Mio Takano was witnessed on the day of her festival when she died the night before. I never thought she'd take it like this. Maybe I joked around a little too much.
So we already know she was slightly paranoid at that time. And then we decided to...
Still play into that, yeah.
Still play into that and make it worse.
It's a comedy of errors, yeah.
It's interesting that she included herself. Did she look in a mirror or something?
One of the policemen spoke up. He was one of a pair who searched for garbage dump that night. I can understand that. Remember? The night we looked for Rina Ryugu, somebody said she was seen in Gogura. That must be it. It was probably a bluff from the villagers. And she must have heard it somewhere and assumed there was another version of her walking around. Not just walking, but walking too.
Oh, good thing that they remembered that, because that is indeed it. Ranger, drinking with you?
Unfortunately, peanut butter indeed.
Yeah, unfortunately, peanut butter kind of sums up how we have gotten to this point.
And Ranger gets the Egbert High emote. Nice! Today
Extra
is a
cheers.
good day. You deserve it, Ranger. There you go. Damn! Nostradamus, was it? It's just like that. No matter what happens here, no matter what happens to her, everything sounds like it was predetermined. Rena Ryugu would blame aliens if she was to trip and fall down now.
Or maybe she's coming up with all this crazy stuff so that once she's caught, she can use the insanity defense in court.
No, that would make sense. No, this isn't about that. She really does believe in this crazy stuff. She does from the bottom of her heart. I know that for sure. She truly believes in these stupid scrapbooks.
Ah, there's another letter. Let's see.
Please, no.
P.S. I was poisoned yesterday with the same stuff that killed Tomitake-san. I've been scratching my throat since then. I will probably have clawed my throat open by tomorrow. If you can find the antidote when you investigate the Irie Clinic, please bring it to me.
Sure is something.
Yeah. If she believes in alien stories, maybe we can trick her with an antidote. But you may not find the antidote, or maybe it will be too late by the time you do. Therefore, considering the time I have left, I will set 7 p.m. tonight as the deadline.
Let me guess, it's 6:58 now.
Several hours did already went past.
Mm-hmm.
If an investigation doesn't take place and the antidote doesn't arrive by 7 p.m., I will choose to die with all the hostages by lightening the gasoline instead. Well...
You know what's really freaking funny right now to me? What time do we start stream? What time do our YouTube videos go live? 7 p.m. German time.
Good deadline, isn't it?
Higurashi predicted our schedule. How? How?
You know what Higurashi cannot predict though?
That we are about to take a break?
Oh, how did you know?
I figured that's what you were going for. I was reading the room.
Coincidence? Certainly not. Aliens.
Aliens. I really hoped it would be bunnies, but it's aliens.
Aliens.
But first, BRB.
We're back.
We are. Also, Sally, sorry for the awful time. Sorry for aliens. Sorry for the awful timing. Hope you are both having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for being here.
I hope you're doing well as well.
Meanwhile, 7 p.m. What time is it now?
It's a little before 6.
Days are long nowadays. Days are long nowadays. Yeah, that's a futuristic thing. Days just get longer as the years go by.
It's about the fact that it's still light.
I know. It's a good thing this is set in June because that's when days are the longest because of the summer solstice.
Just bought my ticket to see Superman in IMAX next Friday at noon. I'm so excited. I saw that there was a new Superman movie.
Tifa was like, why did they make another one?
I feel like there's a new Superman about the same story every year nowadays.
Yeah, but at the same time, at least Spider-Man is now being made by Marvel, so we don't have 6 Spider-Mans in 15 years.
Well, we'll see. Regardless,
Money, isn't it?
I hope it's gonna be good and you're
Yes.
gonna enjoy it.
I hope that DC finally starts making good movies. Because the world can always use more good movies.
This is the guy that now replaces Henry Cavill, right? Basically the younger Henry Cavill.
For the sake of this argument, I'm going to say yes.
Or are we already past that Superman 2 and we're at another actor?
No, we're on the one after Henry Cavill.
Okay.
Last solo Superman movie was 2013. Yeah, because solo movies are dead, Ranger. It's all about that cinematic universe money. And when we go into multiverse...
Yeah, we want you to watch A, but then to follow the
B
next movie, which
Z.
is D, you have to watch B and C as well.
The Disney approach, yeah. Batman v Superman was 2016 and I still haven't recovered from it. It's been 9 years and it still hurts me.
I don't recall if we've seen the movie.
You have
or not.
seen it twice.
Yeah?
You've even seen it with Ranger.
Was that the Batman one?
Yeah.
I don't know we've seen a Superman
It's the one where Batman punches Superman. I think we've seen it together, Ranger. And we've definitely seen Justice League.
I remember
The Snyder Cut.
I remember watching that.
Yeah.
But have I seen the Batman vs Superman?
You definitely have.
I don't remember.
Multiverse and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. Yes, I agree. Instead of coming up with original stories, it's just, why don't we just take this existing character and give him a beard and go, he came here from the multiverse.
I can appreciate a multiverse in cinematics, but it needs to be within certain limits. Like
But there are
maybe
no
a
limits.
series, a movie, and then like a season 2, I can live with that.
No.
But it just doesn't stop anymore.
Yes, because we always want more money. Kind of like Higurashi keeps repeating the same period of time over and over somehow. Just saying. Talking about disasters, by the way. It doesn't even get dark even in the evenings. It will probably start to get dark around 7 p.m. We only have an hour. No, it might explode even before that. Shit. What can we do?
What the heck is she talking about? An alien invasion? And she's trying to take the hostages with her? That's just crazy.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely crazy. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. We can't negotiate with her normally now. Especially when she thinks she's absolutely insane.
No, very big difference.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. We can't negotiate with her normally now, especially when she thinks she is absolutely sane.
Ooishi-san, look what comes next.
What?
PPS. I'm planning to spread gasoline throughout the classroom. I'm sure you realize how dangerous that is. If anyone suggests storming into the room, please tell them exactly how bad an idea that would be. Also, the hostages are anchored down with U-shaped bike locks. Even if those alien policemen rushed in and killed me, they'd have to cut each lock. But if you tried cutting them, you might create sparks. Oh, that's brilliant. Therefore, you need to completely ventilate the room first. In other words, it will take an extremely long time to rescue all the hostages from the classroom. Actually, I have a different explosive system set up other than the gasoline I spread. It's a very simple time bomb using gasoline and a kitchen timer. The kitchen timer provides electricity at a set time. I ripped the tip off its plug so it will create enough sparks to ignite the gasoline. I've already set the timer to 7 p.m. Even if I'm not around, there will be an explosion at that time. If the classroom isn't ventilated by that time, it will explode too. I'm sorry to ask you like this, Ooishi-san, but please help me so we can avoid a tragedy. Please let the 3 families know that Mian Sonozaki, the successor to the head of the Sonozaki family, and Rika Furude, a mascot for the cult of Oyashiro-sama, are in this classroom. If anyone from the 3 families helps you, I'm sure their conspiracy will be exposed by tonight. The alien invasion is going to happen very soon. Please get going quickly. To my ally, Ooishi-san. Reina Ryugu.
She thought of everything.
But not 100%, because obviously she was going to give this letter to him when she would start. It's now been several hours and he gets this letter 1 hour before the deadline.
Yeah, that's because the police ain't shit and it took them too long to get there.
She has been holding on to that letter since the afternoon or morning even.
And they didn't make contact until now, so that's on the police, that's not her fault. From her perspective. Yeah?
Well, smash!
Also, can I just point out for a second that usually we need to be told to press A to continue the text in the game, to get to some sort of epiphany that we're trying to have ourselves. It's happening in game. Art imitating life. Amazing. This is the best game ever made. Or best story ever told.
Art imitating life?
Yeah.
What?
If only, instead of arguing back and forth and making pointless phone calls to their forensics department, if they had just looked at the scrapbooks and read the note thoroughly, they would know everything already. So instead they're sitting here like, maybe she's doing this. Is she planning to blow them up? Is she planning to fry them? What is she planning to do? They could know if they read the note.
They only just got the note.
No, they got the notes when he overheard the gasoline, when he made a call. They haven't even looked at the scrapbooks until now.
Oh,
yes.
Fair. Well, the question is then how long have they been sitting on the scrapbook, I guess.
Doesn't matter, they do things out of order. All they need to do is read the text.
Now I get you.
She threw the scrapbooks to the ground. Damn it! How can she call me her ally?
Is a kitchen timer like an alarm clock?
Kumai guy is so 80s masculine, he doesn't even know what a kitchen timer is.
Yeah, but it makes sense because a kitchen timer you can't set a time on. You just go like an egg clock, 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay, cool. So what's the difference? What does it matter here?
That you can't say 7 p.m.
Okay, again, what's the difference? Or why does it matter?
Because she set it to 7.
Why does it matter?
Because it doesn't have a timer.
It does have a timer. She
needs to manually set it.
Yeah, so?
That means it's also not accurate to 7.
Around there? Does it matter?
Yes. In a situation where an entire room with 25 kids might blown up, a few minutes matter, yes.
Tifa is gonna be the one that in the eventual court hearing about all of this, she'll be the one like, actually, it wasn't an egg clock, it was a kitchen timer. That's a totally different thing that blew up everybody.
I'm sorry, details matter.
We've watched too much Reacher. Assumptions kill in an investigation.
Yes, exactly. It does. And this is why you will never be on an important case.
I'm not even in this field.
You would read, Dear Ooishi, and you're like, I don't want to read this note.
All the appliances didn't have timers. A kitchen timer is a device that turns on appliances at a given time. When you plug it in, it provides electricity at a set time, so the appliance will come on when you want it to.
Huh, so it's not an egg clock. See, now we've established that. Big difference.
She has set up a time bomb. What else matters?
Well, a lot. And whether it will work or not. Whoa, that's convenient. No, go on.
It's possible to use that to make a time bomb. Using a kitchen timer. That sure is something a girl would come up with. What's with the weird sexism all the time? Oh, that's girly handwriting. Oh, a kitchen timer. That's so women, am I right? Fuck you all.
Only women can think of kitchen appliances. What would have been the manly version of a self-made time
Race
bomb?
cars. Matchbox thingy, race car. Yeah.
Why don't we call the electricity company and turn the electricity off? If there's no power, the timer can't go off. Ah, but that won't work. If the classroom became dark, she'd probably light her lighter.
Hey, it's the 80s. Absolutely correct. This is very much the 80s that I remember. I mean, I was born in 89, I don't remember it physically, but I grew up in the 90s and I remember still hearing this shit. Yes, it peak time when that happened. Maybe we can give her a sleeping pill as an antidote, but it would have to take effect slowly. I'm sure she'll have a hostage try it first. Be very careful.
Understood. I'll get one ready. Just say that the side effect could be...
drowsiness. Yeah. Help a power of friendship is able to solve this. It actually will, I think. Welcome in, Dark Lord. How are you doing? Look who's back.
They definitely have the power of God and enemy on their side already.
And also, Dark Lord, thank you for the resub. Love. Beaglesaurus now available for free on AO3. Everybody's doing it.
AO3.
That's the
That's
website.
the fan art site, right?
Fanfic.
Or fanfic.
Is it fanfic? Is it specifically fanfic? It's a website, you can look it up.
Feel free to drop a link.
Archive of our own, hence AOO, AO3.
Yeah, oh, that actually makes sense.
For aspiring poets. You know it. I need to talk to my Maebara-san one more time. I have to tell him to not let Rena Ryugu play with her lighter. I also have to tell him to turn the bug off. How about that, by the way? Have you heard anything interesting?
The suspect seems to be abusing a hostage.
Shit.
I think it's Mion Sonozaki.
Classic Maebara interaction. Yeah, unfortunately. Stop it, Reina! Reina kept hitting Mion, who had her hands tied behind her back. Reina wasn't using her fists, but instead the handle of her hatchet.
Well, that's worse. Keiichi-kun, you promised me you wouldn't move. If you do, I'll be angry.
Reina's gaze intimidated me. Her eyes were full of madness. I could feel Reina's emotions boiling over on the inside. If I opposed her, she would easily cut Mion's arm off.
What I can't forgive is that you dug up the corpses and turned them into the police. I trusted you! I trusted you!
Meanwhile, you know, the hostage situation is bad enough. But Reina is really doing everything she possibly can to dig the hole she's in deeper and deeper and deeper. Now she's spilling all the secrets that were left.
Yeah, but she believes they already know, so it's not a secret.
Yeah, but not the whole class is aliens.
Yeah, but the class doesn't matter in this situation.
Oh yeah, they're just plebeians, fuck 'em. Reina hit Mion's face over and over. It wasn't just Mion's hands that were tied behind her. Her neck was also tied to a window frame with a bike lock. So there was no way that Mion could protect her face. I didn't know if her forehead was cut or if her nose was bleeding, but her face was covered in blood. Her blood got out on the handle of a hatchet, and every time she got hit with it, more blood was smeared on her face. The handle of a hatchet could easily smash her forehead. Because of her position in the Sonozaki family, Mion couldn't say that she hit the bodies, so all she could do was endure. However, Reina continued to attack her. Reina no longer had any restraint. She might even continue until Mion's front teeth were broken. the teeth aren't the problem here, Keiichi. It's the whole rest of the face and the skull. Stop it, Reina. Haven't you done enough? I'll tell you the truth, so Reina, please stop hitting her.
The truth? What is it? Keiichi-kun? No, you can't. Kei-chan.
Everyone, please don't listen to what I'm about to say. I may say some disturbing stuff, but it isn't anything wrong. So please don't listen. Even if you hear it, forget what you did. Please.
The moment I hear don't listen, no matter what the situation is like.
Yes? It's like my ears grow like 5 times larger. Like radars, like deep, 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 locked in.
Especially if I might die, I am listening.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember every single letter you pronounce. La, la, la. But they can't even use their hands to cover their ears. Because they're tied up. You can't handle the truth. Dark Lord, that's a horrible pun to make right now. A horrible line to do now, because she's being hit with the handle of a hatchet. Like, that has layers. Don't listen, me?
Yeah.
Bunny!
What are you going to tell me? Go on, Keiichi-kun.
It's not a complicated story. That was for your sake. We found out afterwards that the place you buried the bodies was going to be clear-cut this summer. So we thought we had to do something about it, and Mion hid them in a safer place.
You told me the same story the other night. Didn't I tell you that was something Mi-chan made up?
Why would she lie? She wanted to help her friend. Mion did it to help you. And she can't handle the truth either. Yes.
That's a lie! I won't believe it! Why did you do that without talking to me then?
So that you have plausible deniability, you mad bitch. Why did Mion even have to tell her? Mion was trying to be delicate. Mion did her best trying to hide what Reina did. Mion knew Reina was at her wit's end and that she was... Blah, 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 blah. I'm getting angry for Keiichi here. Mion knew Reina was at her wit's end and that was why she did it in secret. But Reina didn't want to believe her.
Honestly, if we have hid a body somewhere and you just move it without telling me, I would also be kind of mad.
Yeah, because you want to be there for it, don't you? For some reason you do.
I mean, that is something else.
Yeah,
it's about the fact that you move it without me.
You did it. You got me out of trouble without me knowing. Yes, because Tifa, I love you. I truly, truly do. But you are by far, the dumbest smart person I know. Yeah. Yeah. I love you, but yeah, I've told her this many times before, and every other day she proves me right.
Yeah, but by moving the body, you probably fuck it up.
Tifa, if I'm the one fucking up this imaginary situation, why are there dead bodies to begin with?
Well, then we need to like backtrack into a whole different sort of situation.
No. Exactly.
Scenario. There can be several reasons.
No, my point remains proven. Please read your line. Stop saying things that will get us into deep water for absolutely no purpose other than us trying to be funny on the internet.
No one in my environment has gone missing. Why do you make it sound like there's something to be suspicious?
Why would you say it like this? Nobody in my environment has gone missing.
But it's a very complex scenario. Yes, indeed it is.
At some point, I swear the police is just gonna grab me and go like, we have questions. And you will answer them.
But I can count on you, right?
Tifa, at some point in her life, is going to get grabbed by the FBI, CIA, all of them probably, at the same time. And we're gonna have so many questions. Weird, honestly, my PC says I don't have internet. Yeah, same.
It's probably the other way around, because if I do search for things, it's on the browser you are logged in as.
Yeah, but thankfully half the time it happens while we're streaming and my reaction is honest and immediate.
Where were we? That's not so, Keiichi-kun. How contemptible of you, Michan, to even deceive him. I won't say anything about your tricks during the club activities, but this, I can't forgive you. What? What did I mispronounce?
Nothing. It's just the... Why would you even bring up cheating or playing unfair during club activities? These things are not even in the same league.
Yeah, because it shows her character.
The BKR are going to be up on hackles, yeah.
It shows that she is a deceiver, but she knows, but she forgives her during the games, but obviously she cannot be trusted and does it outside too.
Potato, potato.
It's all connected,
yeah,
yes it is.
Obviously.
I can't forgive you, I can't forgive you, I can't forgive you!
Stop it! Don't hit Mion! Mion didn't do anything! I never knew having your hands tied behind your back was that scary. Mion got hit repeatedly with the handle of a hatchet. She could only endure. She couldn't even protect herself with her hands.
Hey, is it true, Michan? If so, why didn't you tell me?
Can't you understand Mion's position? She has to follow certain rules as a member of the Sonozaki family. Shouldn't you be grateful for what she's done for you? I may have said it too aggressively. Reina turned around and glared at me.
That's right, Keiichi-kun. Michan sold me out to the police because of the circumstances surrounding the Sonozaki family. She sold out her friend. I was her friend. I really liked her. That was mean, Michan. I really did like you so much. Why? How could you?
This was senseless. Reina cried as if being bullied, but she was the one doing the bullying. Normally this would be so odd as to be impossible, but I had seen the scene before. I liked you. I trusted you. As I cried, I beat her to death. Reina repeatedly begged me to trust her, yet I beat her. I know what it's like to be the one doing the beating. Stop, 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 stop! Stop, Reina! Don't you realize what you're doing? You're hurting your friend with your own hands. I understand what you're feeling. I know you're sad because your friend betrayed you, right? But that's a misunderstanding. We didn't betray you. We've been thinking about you all this time. But she just couldn't see that. Even if she died, Reina probably wouldn't realize she'd made a horrible mistake.
Okay,
but
so
someday you'll realize. Even an insensitive guy like me realized, so Reina would realize it for sure.
okay, go.
That's when you'll feel even sadder, Reina. You will remember this bloody Mion one day. Then you'll realize that you were the one who made her bloody, and you will regret that you did. But I was the only one who could understand that because I remembered. There was no way for Reina to understand or realize that. I wondered if I was suffering the most of all. There was no way to avoid a tragedy. This was exactly the same tragedy with different actors. The main character was Reina instead of me, but it was the same thing. Where was I? I was in the audience now. I knew how the story ended, but I couldn't come up on the stage. Stop, Reina! Stop, stop!
Are you crying? What's wrong, Keiichi-kun?
I'm just beating somebody to death in front of you. I stood up slowly and walked towards Reina. Just like what Reina did for me before with my arms open. Please stop. Stop this, Reina. You may not know why now. You may not know why you have to stop now, but if you don't, you will regret it someday. So please stop.
Keiichi-kun, I'll be mad if you don't move back to the wall.
Reina's eyes went cold and she lifted the hatchet in her right hand.
Don't. Kei-chan. I'm okay.
Mion told me, but with such a bloody face, how could she be? Are you... going to hit me with that hatchet.
If you come any closer, I will. Without hesitation. I don't need you anymore, Keiichi-kun. But I want to be with you until the end. So please don't make me mad, okay? Okay?
Imagine not reading that last part, which is super important, because despite everything, Reina is falling into her cutesy habit of repeating her words. She sounded gentle, but her expression was telling me there really would be no hesitation. Reina would crack my head open with a hatchet immediately. But who cares? If you were in my shoes, what do you think you would do?
Of course, I don't want to die, so I would oppose my opponent.
No, that's exactly not what she said.
What? What did I say?
Would.
Oh.
So I would oppose. Yeah, that's exactly the opposite of what she's saying.
Of course, I don't want to die, so I wouldn't oppose my opponent. If they had a weapon, I would be scared.
That's a lie. I know you're strong enough to give up your own... Me getting mad at Tifa for missing that makes me mispronounce words now. I know you're strong enough to give up your own life for the sake of your friend. It's my turn now. My turn to be strong. I'm just like you. I won't hesitate to give up my own life for my friends. If you want, I'll give that life to you. So stop this. If you trust your friend, stop hurting her. The same pain will attack you later, so stop. Nobody's trying to scare you. We are all thinking about you. Don't doubt that. Please believe it. Trust me. If you can come to trust me by smashing my head, and go ahead and crush my head with that hatchet. I won't try to protect myself.
Don't come any closer. If you do, I'll light this place up.
Reina lifted the lighter overhead. You fool! How long are you going to dream about such crazy things? You already know that yourself, don't you? That it's all just a bad dream. You want somebody to wake you up. I'm here. I'm here to wake you up from your nightmares.
You're the one who has to wake up, Keiichi-kun. Can't you believe those aliens are trying to invade the village? You believed me back then. Are you doubting me again? Can't you trust me?
Reina opened the lid of the lighter. I could tell her thumb was about to light it. Reina was prepared to die along with everyone else. Reina would die without knowing the truth. She would die believing it was the world that was crazy. She would die cursing everything in this world. That was the storyline of his tragedy, wasn't it? This was a theater from hell. What an interesting script. Who wrote it? The devil. Shit. I won't let this happen. Don't underestimate Keiichi Maebara, the original main character. Don't think the same storyline will work again. I'll be taking over the script this time, and I'm going to destroy it. I won't let this bad ending take place. I'm going to destroy their expectations. Fuck you, Fourth War. And the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Yeah, the sound effect of... I don't like it. You're the one who doesn't trust me, Reina. Just trust me, shut up and trust me. This is all for your own sake. As the main character of a previous tragedy, I am telling you this. You just shut up and listen to me.
What are you talking about, Keiichi-kun? Shut up and trust you? You're the one who doesn't trust me, Keiichi-kun. Why don't you believe me?
Is the winning move here to, for the lack of better phrasing, out crazy her crazy? Who would believe anybody going... Actually, I kind of have memories of me living this situation already. So this is wrong. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's what happened in the other timeline where all of these things happened to me. And that's why you should be doing these things.
Tough one.
But she seems really, really receptive of these out there ideas. Shut up! I know you're wrong. I know how you'll end up, so I know you're going to regret it in the future. I don't want you to finish your life without realizing what you have done. You just don't know how sad that is yet.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you okay, Keiichi-kun?
Yeah, I bet. I bet you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'll tell you. I'll tell you the story of a pathetic guy. Once upon a time, there was a pathetic guy named Keiichi Maebara. He had no complaints about his life and he spent every day having fun with his friends. But one day, he started to doubt them. After a while, he started to doubt everything. He didn't notice how worried his friends were, and he heard them repeatedly. How sorrowful! They trusted each other, but they couldn't let each other know. Can you believe something as stupid as that actually happened? Then I beat you and Mion with a metal bat to the point of death. But you begged me to trust you until your final moments. You'd even try to protect your head. You trusted me until your final moments, reaching your hands out to me. I didn't realize what you were doing and beat you to death anyway. Do you know how sinful that was? I bet you have no idea. That's why I have to make up for what I've done. I am going to stop you, Reina.
I was very convinced.
Thank you.
Hey, he has the same name as Keiichi. Coincidence?
I think not.
Aliens? Yes.
Keiichi Maebara.
If you come any closer, I'll light the lighter.
Just as you tried to save me with your life, I'm going to save you, Reina. I still remember how magnificent you were when you died. You weren't even afraid of it. These words will reach him, she thought. These next words will make Keiichi-kun realize. Trust me, Reina! That was when Reina hit my head with a hatchet.
But which side?
I crumbled down to the floor. She hit me with a handle, but my head was probably cut open. I felt the blood on my face.
Poor Keiichi-kun. That's not of your own will. The parasites that are living in your brain are controlling you. Ooishi-san will find the medicine for it. When he comes, I'll let you take the medicine first. Then you'll be free. You return to the Keiichi-kun that I loved. Just hang in there for a little while longer, okay?
Damn you! I heard a phone ringing in the teacher's office. Reina had listened to the phone ring for a while and then realized it was for her. Yeah, who else is it gonna be for at this point? Pizza service? Reina tried to answer the phone in the classroom, but she couldn't figure out how to transfer the call, so she decided to answer it in the teacher's office instead. That is so realistic. I can't find the right fucking button right now. Yeah.
I'm going to the office for a bit. Don't run away, okay? If any of you are missing, something terrible will happen to Mi-chan, okay?
Reina glared at everyone in the classroom, intimidating them, and then left. That was when I heard a honk from the outside. I remembered the signal from earlier. Did ooishi-san want to get in touch with me? I bent down and put the receiver earphone in my ear.
Can you hear me? This is Kumigai from Okonomiya Station. Please cough if you can hear me. No, cough. Cough. Very good. Please listen carefully. The gasoline the suspect spread everywhere is very dangerous. The classroom is filled with vaporized gasoline right now. It's like a bomb. Please don't aggravate Ryugu-san and don't ever let her play with the lighter.
Yeah, about that. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, came back.
Yeah.
Rated it 4.5 stars, wouldn't do it again.
What do you consider
So hot right now.
aggravate? Please don't provoke her anymore like you just did, okay?
This bug is awful.
It's possible for gasoline fumes to ignite at the slightest spark. Therefore, please turn the bug off after this communication. That's just to be on the safe side. Also, one last thing. According to the suspect's notes, she set a time bomb.
A time bomb?
She used a kitchen timer to make a simple time bomb, and the classroom will explode if it goes off. We're trying to get some sleeping pills ready to give to her as an antidote. But we don't have much time left. According to her note, the timer is set for 7 p.m.
I looked at the wall clock. It was 6:45 p.m. There were only 15 minutes left. I could hear Reina screaming into the phone.
No! The time has already been set! Hurry up, ooishi-san! I won't wait for even a second longer! As you can hear, Reina Ryugu is refusing to set the timer. She's going to kill herself in 15 minutes.
I remembered thinking the same way as Reina. After I killed Reina and Mion, I knew the police would come. I thought someone would solve the mystery after I was dead. If that's what Reina was thinking when she had been planning to kill herself from the beginning, what do you want me to do?
The sleeping pills should arrive soon. But if an explosion took place before we could negotiate, there would be no point. We want you to find the time bomb and disassemble it.
Welcome in, Yaya. How are you doing? Welcome to Higu Peak.
What he said.
Listen, so hear me out, Kuma guy, if that's your name. I don't know because I'm speaking into my earpiece. Reina is currently in another room. Why don't I open the window, you guys storm the building right frickin' now when she isn't in the classroom?
Oh, good point.
And you shoot her in the legs.
That is actually a really good idea.
Is there still a risk that the air will ignite? Yes. Is it lower with her not being in the room? Also yes. Agent Keiichi on the case. Yeah.
Well, they don't even need to shoot her, as long as they are in between her and...
Incapacitate her.
Yeah, as long as they are between her and the classroom, the students will be safe.
Okay, hear me out. I've got a really hot take. The moment you set up a situation like this, I am A-okay with the police shooting you.
Yeah, but I mean, with this place covered in gasoline, they shouldn't shoot.
Yes. Yes.
I fully agree.
Which is why I want them to come in the front, where hopefully there is no gasoline.
Yeah, normally I would agree, yes. But you know, we're trying to not ignite them.
I'm not saying aim for the head, I'm saying aim to incapacitate. But this person is 15 minutes away from killing 26 people. Out of delusion. I think trying to put a bullet in her legs is fair game at this point.
Yeah, but you know, Sparks, we're not trying to go kaboom. No big kaboom, Kablowski.
Kablowski.
I know.
Kowalski.
Oh, also good.
You're a Kablowski. Take hot enough to ignite the gasoline. They should see me without my shirt on. The gasoline would just like go so cold it would freeze solid. It would be super safe actually.
Where are the fumes going?
I don't even smell the gas anymore. Oh, Jack took his shirt off. Okay. Why is there snow in here?
The leg also contains the femoral artery. Being shot in the thigh can be a high instant death sentence. Yeah, it can, but you know.
If I have to choose between potentially the person taking 25 other people hostage with the clear intent to blow them up versus one person being killed, the person who did this,
still a higher chance than survival than aiming for the head.
I'm not a lawyer, but my moral compass indicates take a shot. You mean cutting red and blue cords like in the movies?
It's probably simpler than that. According to the suspect, she used a kitchen timer.
Because she's a girl!
It's not a battery-operated one. It's one of those you plug in. Looks like an alarm clock.
A decent sniper would take the headshot if it was an opportunity. Yeah. Just open the window. No, don't. Actually, open the windows, open the blinds.
Yeah, but we're trying not to light everything up, so we're not shooting. Also, Darklord, congratulations on being second.
Nice. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Do you see anything in an outlet in the classroom?
Okay, quick question. When you plug something into a power outlet and when you pull something out of a power outlet, can that not also cause electricity to crackle?
It can.
Because I don't know if that's a me thing, but I've been in rooms before where plugging something in made a spark appear for a moment.
Yeah, but we don't have that much choice, you know. It's either possible kaboom.
Open the window!
Possible kaboom!
Open the window! She's
Or
not
big
in here
kaboom.
right now.
Yeah, but you would probably notice here.
Yeah.
And it would still go kaboom. They will burn. They're covered in it. They will
Bar
still
the
burn.
door.
They will still burn.
Keep her from coming back inside.
You know, he's probably laying crippled on the floor at this point.
Maybe turn off the thing? Yeah. Or that. You can get a spark if you pull something plugged in and on already. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but it's a risk that in this case I think would be worth taking. It's possible kaboom versus gonna kaboom.
I said something similar when we played Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls. I'm in favor of shooting the kid. I didn't expect that we'd play another game or read another visual novel where I would say this eventually, but...
I'm not gonna repeat myself that we're trying to avoid the kaboom.
There was one outlet in the back and another at the front of the classroom. I checked, but I didn't see anything that was plugged in. Ultra Despair Girls was a diabolical game. Yes. Hence why I said, fuck them kids. No, I don't see anything.
If an ignition was taking place somewhere else, it shouldn't work. It must be somewhere in the classroom.
No, I don't think so. The only cord coming from the hallway is the one for Reina's phone. Is it possible for the kitchen timer to be battery operated? Kuma guy just falling asleep on the job.
Lost this situation's taking forever.
Yeah. My lunch break is already over.
Oh man. It's the type that's powered by electricity. Could it possibly be in another room? If there was a different room where she spread gasoline, then the timer could be in there.
Remember how earlier in this chapter specifically they had the window open and they smelled gasoline? It's probably on the outside of a building. Are you telling me to check the whole school? In 15 minutes? Damn, I'm injured here, you know? But if I stayed here, I'd die in 15 minutes. This wasn't the time to be pessimistic. This was probably my last chance to stop this tragedy from taking place. She spread the gasoline while I went out to deliver the scrapbooks, so she must have done it in a fairly short time. I really didn't think she had enough time to spread it anywhere else other than the classroom. And where was the time bomb?
We are doing everything we can here. So please help us. That's all. If you don't have any questions, I'll end the communication. Is there anything else?
No, not really. Wait, yeah, I do have one thing to say.
What is it?
Please tell Oishi to go fuck him. Please tell Oishi that he should never have told Reina about my past. If I come out of this alive, I'll punch him, so he'd better be prepared. Wait, 2 punches. One for telling Reina about me and another for telling me about Reina.
I understand.
That is so peak 90s action movie. If I make it out of here alive, I'll buy you a drink.
Oyashiro-san is disappointed in himself for letting Reina Ryugu fool him. I'm sure he'll be happy to let you throw a punch or two. Is that it now?
Yeah. I've already wasted a few minutes here. See ya.
Be safe. Click.
100% Keiichi punches like... I would love to see it though. Reina was still on the phone. Oyashiro-san was definitely trying to stall her. Reina Ryugu, how do you spell your last name again? From what I could hear, it sounded like he is telling her that they investigated the main Sonozaki residence and found something awful in their secret basement or something like that. Hey, if you went too far, Reina would believe everything again. Neon was going to get hit again for lying.
Keiichi?
Rika-chan and Satoko crawled up to me. Did you hear?
Traps are my specialty. I can't let Reina-san do this to me.
Satoko realized how serious the situation was as well. The lives of her hostages, including her own, were about to be taken. Yet she tried to remain strong. Satoko, even if you die, please don't hate Reina. Reina is sick. She was just unfortunate enough to get this tragic disease. Remember? We had so much fun together. Don't be mad if you die. It's just, it's an emotion I don't know how to feel.
Yeah, I love the chat, but I got like 5 minutes left, you know?
Yeah. No biggie. It's just, I'm dying. Whatever.
Satoko, I still believe both you and Reina are my wonderful friends. Best friends forever.
Ain't ever now. We just keep escalating.
How can you still say that she is your friend after what she has done to Mion-san?
It wasn't me, was it?
It was just a prank. But can't you understand, Satoko? Once a demon starts to act up inside, no matter how tragic the outcome, you just can't stop it.
Disagreed. Satoko quietly hung her head. I didn't understand what Rika-chan was trying to say to Satoko. But maybe?
I believe in Reina-san.
There you go, Satoko. I hugged Satoko's head. Rika-chan's arms were tight so she couldn't embrace Satoko, but she put her forehead closer to her embrace. Okay then, I'm asking the world's best trap expert. If you were to blow up this room, where would you set a time bomb?
Count on me. The device has to be connected to an outlet, huh?
Yeah, that's right. But it could be somewhere else other than this room. It's possible that she spread gasoline all over a different room and set the device there.
No, I don't think she had enough time to do that. She had gasoline hidden close by and only spread it here. That was about all the time she had.
I remember now, Reina told me last night that she had to prepare something for today. It means she had things ready since then, at least.
Those are all the hints I get, huh? What a cruel, mind-sweeping game.
You can find it, Satoko. If you can't, there's no way I can. I'm wagering all my trust in you.
You can do it, Satoko.
Sniff the bomb.
In order to save Reina, please find it. And me. Please save me.
and the other 23 people in this room.
In that case, very well. I shall prove that Reina-san's trap is child's play compared to one of my own.
I'm going to ask you one more time. If you were to blow up this room, where would you set a time bomb? Satoko grinned and then closed her eyes to concentrate. Oh, you motherfuckers! That's just the scene transition, right? That's not the end of this chapter?
End of the chapter seems odd here.
Everything seems odd.
Who are you people?
Move over! Who's in charge here? Several cars had arrived, producing several men. They weren't from the Okonomiya station. One of the men was wearing a suit despite the hot weather. One of the men was wearing a suit despite the hot weather. He approached me, pushing Kumagai aside. Hey, look who's there. Good to see you again, Otaka-kun from the prefectural headquarters. Watch your mouth. I'm ranked much higher than you now, so don't address me so casually. Can I help you with something, Otaka-kun? I'm rather busy at the moment. You can't possibly be thinking about taking over this case. Who approved you Who approved you? Your mom, hopefully. Who approved that exactly?
I did, Oishi-kun.
Chief.
Takasugi-kun has informed me of the situation. He also told me that you started all of this. You can go now. The troops will take over.
Okay. The troops? Oh, Taka-kun, you aren't going to storm the building, are you? I understand the risk, but we don't have any time left before the bomb goes off. You've taken too long. We're here to take care of a mess you left behind. Just step back for a minute. I couldn't talk back if both the chief and the guy from the prefectural headquarters gave me an order.
Ooishi-san, who the heck is he?
That's Otaka-kun. A long time ago he was showing off, even though he was bad at mahjong, so I taught him a lesson. Or maybe he's still holding a grudge from when I knocked him unconscious in that kendo tournament. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you looking for the bomb?
I didn't feel the thingy anymore. I was just checking if it was still on, but it is.
It is, but you're blocking all of the colder air coming to my feet.
Oh,
thank you.
There you go.
That's better. Can you still feel it?
I'm fine.
Okay. We're doing foot stuff underneath the table. Obviously, we didn't get along. Give me the latest.
The latest.
I want to say last, but then my eyes realized it's latest. Give me the latest update, Ooishi-kun. Are you serious about storming the school? We're about to settle this thing peacefully with some sleeping pills. What are you trying to accomplish here? Quentin Tarantino wants to know your location. No, Quentin, you're not getting these feet. It's too late for that. If we had another hour, that would be possible. Instead, a special unit from the prefectural police department will move in. Your unit will be their backup. Chief, you know what's going on, don't you? That classroom itself has turned into a huge bomb. But even the classroom isn't the bomb we're scared of. It's the suspect, Reina Ryugu. We finally calmed her down and found a way to settle this peacefully, and we're about to start the operation. I know we only have about 10 minutes, but I'll make sure this works. I'll continue negotiating. If it doesn't work, I'll be blown up. Then you can sit back and say, I told you so, okay? Otaka was just jealous that Ooishi had air conditioning. I am too, so I feel that.
In this heat, I absolutely do. Ooishi-kun, the special unit from the prefectural police department isn't just any old unit. You've heard about the second company, haven't you? What's that, Ooishi-kun? Is this second company that well known?
Do you remember about 5 years ago when the JRA hijacked that airplane, Flight 472? I've heard that special counter-terrorist units were put together in Tokyo and Osaka after that incident. So they really do exist.
But why would a special unit from Osaka be here? Aliens.
Because they're actually clones. Otaka smiled proudly. We just happened to be holding a training session with your prefectural police unit. We requested their help. You haven't changed, have you? You have a bad tendency to escalate matters quickly. The company members exited the vehicles one after another and took position. They didn't move like policemen. Otaka-kun, are you really going to have a gunfight here? One shot is all it'll take to trigger an explosion. Don't worry, they won't use firearms. They're using riot shields and riot guns. These guns send out tear gas at high pressures. There'll be no issue with explosions. The JRA, Japanese Red Army, were a terrorist group of communists who wanted to seize power. Okay, thank you. See, that's context, but it would have been nice. Actual facts. Thank you. Wow, I've never heard such a... Wow, I've never heard of such convenient water guns. By the way, can the toy reach their classroom from across the schoolyard? You don't need to worry about that. You just move over and let us do our job. As I lifted my arms exaggeratedly, one elbow accidentally touched the car horn, which honked. Of course, I did it on purpose.
Are you trying to get Keiichi Maebara's attention?
Of course. I just hope he heard it.
What are you going to tell him now?
They're probably thinking about breaking one of the windows with a grenade and then shooting tear gas into the room. They have no idea how serious Reina Ryugu is. Deadly serious. Even the noise of a window breaking could drive her over the edge.
Are you saying the special unit can't suppress her?
Of course not. That's why we've been so careful. Reina Ryugu has been intending to kill herself this entire time. A raid doesn't work on people who don't care about dying. We only have Maebara-san now. Let's incapacitate him.
Ooishi-san, here he is.
Hello, this is Ooishi. If you can hear me, please cough. This is an emergency. Please listen. I have a feeling it's not good news. Unfortunately, you're right. The prefectural police are getting involved. They're going to ruin everything we've worked for so far. There's a special unit about to break in. Hey, the only reason I haven't used my pepper spray is because that won't stop her from igniting the gas. A raid won't work. The prefectural police don't understand that Higurashi-san is prepared to die. We're assuming the lighter is just a threat and that she really isn't going to ignite the gas. We'll break in within 5 minutes or so. Please take the lighter from Reina Ryugu before they move in. Is that an addition to your order to do something about the time bomb? Yes, that's right. You've got to be kidding me. You want me to take the lighter from Reina and do something about the time bomb too, well within 5 minutes? Come on! You're the only one we can count on. I'm begging you.
Also, they're really gonna break into a place 5 minutes before a time bomb is about to go off, risking the entire unit.
Yeah, because they think we're all Rambo. The classroom will explode in 5 minutes. Why?
Makes it even weirder.
I don't get the timing down, but I hear this in the announcer voice from Team Fortress 2 for some reason.
How is it, Satsuko? Can you think of something? I just have to check the hallway on the first floor to check whether it is there or not. Knowing Reina-san's patterns, if it was on the first floor, it would be there. And if it was on the second floor, it would be there.
I just have to check to see if there's a cord in the hallway on the first floor, right?
It should be there. If Reina-san was in a normal state of mind, I would know for certain. But with her being like this, I really cannot figure out her thought pattern right now.
Okay, I'll do something. We don't even have time to think about it. I'll look into those 2 options myself. I don't want another tragedy. You demons down in hell, I bet you're just waiting for an amusing ending to unfold while eating some popcorn. I won't let that happen. I'm going to change everything. And then I'm going to make you pick up your popcorn off the floor and then eat it. I spoke to Reina as she continued on with her story about the aliens.
5-minute rule. Should we save here?
No. No, we shouldn't, you ass. Keep going. We've been waiting 3 weeks for this and you're not cutting it short.
I'm not cutting it short.
Yes, you are.
It's perfectly normal time.
Don't make me make you pick up your popcorn off the floor. She's just bluffing, exactly. And no biggie. Nothing's going to happen.
Fine, couple more minutes.
Also, you spat on my arm.
Well deserved. What is it? What's the matter, Keiichi-kun?
Hey, didn't you hear something just now? Reina went quiet and looked around. Reina had become totally paranoid about everything. Once she became worried, she couldn't ignore it.
Really? Are you sure, Keiichi-kun?
Yeah, I'm sure I heard something. I knew she'd want to check it herself. But she really can't leave a room for something like that. So in that case, she'd have to ask me to check for her. Reina must have been thinking the same thing.
Keiichi-kun, can you go check?
Reina gave me an order with a fake smile on her lips. Yeah, okay. Reina watched me go out into the hallway. As I did, she spoke to me.
Don't make me angry, okay?
Trust me. I'm your friend.
Yeah, I trust you. I trust you. So don't betray me, okay? Don't know why, but I see this meme video in my head right now. Like, don't provoke me to anger.
Oh, that's a little song, isn't it?
Or else you will be danger.
Yeah. I think I've seen it on TikTok once. After being freed from Reina, I looked for a cord in a hurry. I didn't even have 5 minutes. The office probably had more outlets than anywhere else. I headed for the teacher's office. Shit, where were the outlets? Unlike light switches, outlets couldn't always be found near the entrances. Damn it, why did the clock in the teacher's office have to make such a loud ticking noise?
Don't worry, Keiichi will find it.
Reina-san, what if I were Reina-san? If Reina-san was even more mistrusting than usual, where would she set the trap? A trap expert like myself ought to be able to discern that.
Why do I think it is the clock in the teacher's room? What's this? I saw a plug inserted into the unit under the principal's desk, and I also saw a cord extending under the door to the reception room. There shouldn't have been any reason why a cord had to be extended into that room. The reception room had an outlet of its own. I tiptoed over to the reception room and opened the door. Well, if it reeks of gasoline, you know that's the bomb.
Squeak.
The door squeaked as I cracked it open a little. I poked my head inside the reception room. I saw the suspicious cord crossing the room and extending under the door to the hallway. I followed the cord through the reception room. I opened the door to the hallway, and the cord was extending into the storage closet. The storage closet was whole. I love the voice you gave, Satoko. Same.
It's the very annoying, grating
It's
voice.
quickly becoming the canon voice.
It's the only one that sounds different too.
No, I can hear the difference between all of the girls' voices you do. I cannot hear, at this point, I cannot hear the difference between the voices I'm trying to do. I'm trying, but I can't hear it. But yours I can. But Satoko's is the best one.
But I have the exact same thing, because when I do them myself, I hear the difference in tone. But when I then watch a VOD, it's all the same.
It's not.
It's all the same.
Coming from an outside perspective, it's not.
No, it's not for you too.
Would you please read Psycho's line? Psycho's comment. Thank you. I think it sounds really cute.
That?
Yeah. The storage closet. Why can't I say closet?
Before you repeat, it's a subtle difference, and I'm glad you guys can hear it.
The storage closet was used to hold cleaning chemicals. I could smell them from here. The cord was extending into there. I carefully opened the door and turned the light on. No sparks, Keiichi!
Well, turning the light on.
Flicker on, off, disco!
Should be safe enough.
The cord was attached to another extension cord, and there was an alarm clock that didn't belong in there. I found it. And now he turns around and somebody's standing behind him. Who is it? It's her. The time bomb. So all I'd have to do was to unplug the cord. I picked up the alarm clock. It looked like a normal alarm clock. Actually, it was a normal alarm clock. I remembered Kumagai's-san calling it a kitchen timer. He said it was a bit like an alarm clock. But this wasn't a bit like an alarm clock, it was an alarm clock. Wait, didn't alarm clocks use batteries? This alarm clock was a battery-operated one too. I looked at the extension cord and there was nothing plugged into it. Huh? What was this extension cord for? Why was this extending all the way from the teacher's office?
No, Keiichi-san! Run!
Satoko?
That's the wrong place! You've been tricked!
A black shadow was covering me. I felt my body freeze. It was so frozen that I felt it was about to crack. I turned around slowly and saw someone holding a hatchet above their head. I dropped the alarm clock. It made a noise as it hit the ground.
Why did you follow the extension cord? And why did you have the alarm clock in your hands? Why did you?
All the cells in my body were frozen. This was Reina's trap. Reina was suspicious of everyone, including me. This whole time she thought there was someone connected to the people outside. This was a trap to lure that person out. Only the people outside knew about the time bomb. I was told about the whole thing, and so I followed the extension cord and picked up the alarm clock. How stupid of me. Wait, Reina!
I trusted you, Keiichi-kun. How could you?
Reina hit me with the backside of a hatchet earlier. It was painful, but it didn't kill me. But this time she was holding the hatchet the right way. It wouldn't just crack my forehead. It would split my entire head open. Reina lifted the hatchet mercilessly. She moved slowly, as if everything was in slow motion. She looked almost divine. Maybe it really was holy. I was praying, after all. Praying. What was I praying for? I was praying for my life.
Ah! Oh.
It was so sudden I couldn't tell what had happened. Oh, this music is new.
Yep.
Why is the music in these games so good? It's a visual novel. Rika-chan had jumped onto Reina from behind. I didn't know what kind of weapon Rika-chan used, but Reina started moaning. It clearly hurt. That brought me back to reality. No. There is no vomit on your sweater already. You're not thinking of... No. I couldn't just watch them. I had to get the lighter from Reina.
Ah!
Don't think you can win with mere force. Reina knew I was after the lighter. She closed her fingers around it tightly. Rika-chan was grabbing onto the arm Reina was holding the hatchet in. I wanted to tell her to run, but thanks to Rika-chan I could use both of my hands to get at the lighter. Ah! The lighter flew out of Reina's hand. It hit the hallway wall and dropped down on the floor. I picked it up. At the same moment I did, Reina managed to shake off Rika-chan. There's our chance. I turned in Satoko's direction. Oh my god, there's 2 forks in this game.
Start putting them on page 10 or
No,
something?
I'm putting them here because then they're next to each other. Look, like this. And Umineko's soundtrack is even greater. Alright, I'll take your word for it. Well, Satoko, you should be able to figure it out.
Keiichi-san, I know now. I figured it out.
I heard Satoko screaming from the classroom. Satoko had figured out where Reina hid the time bomb. I wanted to catch Reina, but I didn't have time for that. I had to do something about the time bomb instead.
Keiichi, hurry up and go back to Satoko.
Rika-chan had spread her arms, blocking Reina's path forward. What are you doing? Just run!
Keiichi, this isn't the first time I've done this for you. Don't you remember?
Eh?
If I tried a little harder the previous time, you could have made it. So this time, you are going to make it. Just go!
I didn't know what Rika-chan... I didn't know what Rika-chan was talking about.
Which moment was that?
I don't know. But there was only one... I'm trying to think about what she just implied there. What did happen in the previous chapter again?
Well, she said she has done this for him before. Save him in a situation like this, I suppose. But
oh, she attacked Shmion.
Okay, but that wasn't to save Keiichi.
That was the previous chapter, yes. If Rika had managed to disable Shmion in the Sonozaki residence, she wouldn't have later killed everybody.
Okay.
I guess. But there was one thing I did know. Just like Reina and Mion were ready to give up their lives for their friends, and I was willing to give up mine, Rika-chan was prepared for that too. Therefore, telling Rika-chan to run was like telling her she wasn't my friend. And so, I will depend on my friend Rika-chan. Thank you, Rika-chan.
Keiichi-san, we're running out of time.
Leaving it to Rika-chan, I dashed for the classroom. As soon as Rika heard Keiichi's footsteps to reach the classroom... As soon as Rika heard Keiichi's footsteps reach the classroom door, she sighed in relief. As she did, Reina's black shadow came ever closer.
That's great. That's just great. This isn't a club activity, you know. You'll be killed for real. You'll be killed by an angry Reina. You're not afraid of me, are you? You're amazing, Rika-chan.
I now imagine Rika grabbing a stick that is just laying around going, "You shall not pass!"
Would be kind of cool. Basically, with the mop.
Rika grabbed the mop as she ran from the storage closet. She picked it up and held it upside down like a spear. Rika's stance told Reina that she was ready to fight. Rika didn't look like a little girl anymore. She looked so brave that Reina was even startled by it.
Boy, you really are amazing. You aren't afraid of being killed at all, huh?
Not my first rodeo. Rika smiled cynically. Rika usually never smiled this way.
Do you really think I would be afraid of death? I've experienced several hundred deaths up until now. Why should I be afraid of it all of a sudden? You aren't Rika-chan, are you? You're the one I met that night. Show yourself, alien! Where is the real Rika-chan?
If she now transforms in front of our eyes, I'm going to piss myself.
The real Rika? She's right here. Meep, meepa. Ah! The way you're looking down on me, that really is like Rika-chan. I get it. Oyashiro-sama is an alien. The Furude family is descended from him, and therefore you are a descendant of aliens. I'll crack open your head and drag out all the parasites in your brain. Yeah.
Nice. Reina raised her hatchet and charged at Rika with a scream.
Fuck, I can't do that. Yeah, seriously. One swing is all I need to smash your head open.
Reina looked like a beast charging towards its prey. Rika took a step backwards and lowered her body, preparing to counterattack. She did that with no hesitation.
Even a minute is plenty. I'll play with you. Come on, hatchet girl.
Do you not get it, Keiichi-san? All the hints were already in place this morning.
Just give me the solution. This isn't the moment to play. Calm down, Satoko. Explain more slowly so I can understand. What are you trying to say? This is your perspective, by the way, as Satoko.
It's simple if you just remember. Come on, it's quite obvious when you do.
Hey, something stinks No, I can't do a girl voice.
You were on it.
Hey, something stinks today. Close the windows.
Silly, it will be hotter in here if we close the windows.
We had been smelling gasoline coming from outdoors. There were no forestry service people in the office, so they weren't doing any work today. The smell wasn't coming from anything they were doing. I called that multiple times. In other words, it was the smell of Reina's gasoline.
I think that's you.
Reina hid the gasoline near the classroom. She had it in a plastic container. You can't smell gasoline that's in a plastic container. So in other words, she had more gasoline ready than just in the container she used to spread it around the classroom. Where was the smell coming from? Was it coming from outside? Vaporized gasoline is heavier than air. It sinks. There was another hint other than that.
What? Our ball is missing. You hit it again, didn't you, Ojo?
Why would I hide such a stupid thing? If I was going to hide something, I'd hide something better than that.
Kids who love to play with their ball never lose it. It should have been in the same place it always was. but it was gone. So that must mean that Reina used it for something. The gasoline was coming from above. A ball was missing. So maybe it was stuffed somewhere.
Reina-san blocked the drain with the ball and poured gasoline in the drain canal. Where? On the roof on the second floor.
The drain canal extended along the roof of the second floor and then came straight down to the ground. If it was plugged and filled with gasoline, it was like a huge Molotov cocktail that extended from the ground to the roof of the second floor. Furthermore, the drain canal ran by the classroom windows. If the canal exploded, the classroom would explode too. Therefore, the time bomb must be...
I bet she ran an extension cord out the second floor window. It's on the rooftop.
I picked up a pair of scissors and cut Satoko's bonds. By the way, how did Rika-chan free herself from the rope?
I apologize for not being thin enough to slip out myself.
Wow. I rubbed Satoko's head. Take care of the rest here. I'm going up to the roof. As I jumped out of the classroom, Satoko stopped me.
Keiichi-san, here.
What is it? The metal bat. To defend ourselves with. Something silver sailed through the air.
Hits us on the head, drops unconscious, bad ending, we die.
I caught it. It was a metal bat. Why didn't I write that down?
That's Nini's. Make sure you give it back to me, okay?
Sure thing. Thanks, Satoko. The metal bat fit right in my palm. I didn't even feel its weight. It really eased my mind. The name Satoshi was written on the handle. This was the bat that belonged to Satoko's brother, Satoshi. He was the victim of last year's tragedy. You and I, we're the same. I won't let another tragedy take place. That is a beautiful moment to end.
Wow.
We're not gonna finish the thing tonight. Might as well put it where it hurts. The most. That's
Well,
the quality of a good cliffhanger.
Today's Tuesday, right? Okay.
This music is so good. I could hear this in a Mega Man game if it was like 8-bit chiptune.
Yeah, I still remember a moment in the last time we played Higurashi where I said the music didn't fit the moment back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no clue which track it was and which moment. But here, it fits. It's like this end boss, last run, hectic, run for your life situation.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it works.
The music has gotten really good. Like, it was never bad. Usually it fit the scene very well. But now I find myself in chapter 6 more and more often going like, this song slaps.
Yeah,
This is really good.
They had a few new bangers in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would love to listen to these songs off stream, but I am still not Googling anything Higurashi related.
I'm not sure if it's anything that I would just look up and put on.
This one, yeah.
Because that's not something I would do, but in the moment it fits perfectly.
Yeah, no, I could see myself... This song, it fits the situation very well, but it's also not so situation specific that I couldn't listen to it in other moments. Like after we had played through all the Danganronpa games for a while, I would put on the Danganronpa soundtracks while I was working. A couple songs I had to skip because they were too driven, too fast paced.
Oh, fair enough.
And it's kind of counterproductive when I'm sitting there working on a spreadsheet and my brain goes, we need to get to the bottom of this. We need to investigate something. We need to do the thing. No spoilers for the Danganronpa games. You know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Or if I suddenly start crying or tearing up because I remember the song from a certain moment.
Okay, yeah, understandable.
Danganronpa, also banger soundtracks.
They had really good soundtracks.
Yep, they did. Only took us 400 hours to get through that franchise.
Basically, but it was worth it. Danganronpa was really good.
I think we're also close to 400 hours on Higurashi stream soon.
I would not be surprised.
I believe this was stream number 90.
Is it more or less than Danganronpa?
I can tell you in a moment. 1 second.
I think we crossed 100 there too.
117.
17?
117.
Yeah, 117. Okay. Then we will definitely get past that here. Because we still have two more chapters to go.
7 and 8, and they are the longest.
Yeah, so we will definitely break that.
Story.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in terms of chapters, because I already installed 7. I forgot what the title is. They have less achievements, so technically less chapters in-game. But How Long to Beat has them as longer than all the rest.
Yeah, because chapters are probably longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we'll definitely beat 117.
Yes. I agree. We're arguing the same thing. You will break that. Yes, we will.
Well, we will continue breaking that tomorrow.
Tifa, before you very uncutely celebrate the end of the stream, you could tell from her body language, like, this has been enough fun, everybody. It's time to slap your legs.
I don't like it, but I have to be an upstanding member of society tomorrow.
Ja, war schön, Leute. It's been nice.
So
I'm calling you on your bullshit because tomorrow you still work from home and you're probably not gonna get up before 8.
No, I need to get up because I also have to do exercises in the morning.
That is true. Tifa has been, for the last couple of weeks actually now, well, like a month, has regularly been doing cardio exercises every single day.
I don't think you can't tell, because I can't tell, but I have lost 5 kilos already.
I can tell. I have lost nothing. But then again,
You've gained more muscle.
A little bit. My plan isn't to... I mean, I want to lose some body fat, but I want to have the amount of muscle I believe I should have at 36, which is not this stage.
Thank you. 15 more kilos to go.
Only 50? Sorry.
Then I'm back at my pre-corona weight.
No, Tifa, you didn't gain the weight during COVID. You gained that weight Christmas before COVID. Over the
that's
span.
where it started.
No, over the span of December, I gained 15 kilos. You gained 20 back then.
No, that was during the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah. You don't gain 20 kilos in 1 month.
I can.
That is insane.
I can. Well, then maybe it was a bit longer than that.
Even if you leave me unsupervised, I will not gain 20 kilos in 1 month.
I appreciate what you're going for, but we both know that's a lie.
Nah, I would gain weight, but not 20 kilos in 1 month.
It's technically the truth, because it would only be 19 and a half.
The 20 kilos was in a time span of like 2 years during the pandemic, where the most we did was like 200 steps a day.
Agree to disagree. I said the other day that we're still going to finish Higurashi this year. There's 2 chapters left.
I'm not making any promises, unlike someone next to me.
Excuse you? Why would you not make that promise?
Because we'll see. We'll finish it when we finish it. Why does there need to be a time rush? I already have enough time rush at work.
What's a time rush?
To finish something, but why do I need to put a deadline on this?
You'd have to stream non-stop. I will. Psycho, just for you I would.
So solo stream tomorrow?
I will do all the voices. I will develop a system, a voice changer that gives me Tifa's voices for the characters.
Just give me a recap on Friday. I'll be fine.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I think we can still finish all of this year. And if somehow that doesn't turn out to be the case, I want to point out that once, as a joke, I said that we would be done with Higurashi in, what was it, May 2026?
Yeah.
I think
that's a good deadline.
I think Mame made the joke that he put it in his calendar then. because it's funny.
Seems about right.
My goal, my plan, my wish is to finish both Higurashi this year and start and finish Shenmue 3. That's what I said the other day.
Start and finish.
Yeah.
I'm fine with starting Shenmue 3 after this.
As a Christmas treat.
But finish? I think it's time to get back to... So, aliens are
I'm trying to give the people that stick with us for all this time something to look forward to, and you just step on it.
Yeah, but I feel like this can't be put in a timeline like that.
Unless there are no public transport stories to interrupt, or favorite cheeses.
It has been relatively boring, actually. Like, I was 2 weeks in the Netherlands, didn't take public transport there really, except to go there and to go back. Nothing happened. Last week in public transport, absolutely nothing happened.
Good. Good. Oh, I talking about cheese and horrible things, I do have a quick cheese-related story.
Why can't this wait until tomorrow?
Because then I'll have forgotten about it again. How do you think my brain works? I have something to be very angry about and I want to do it on the internet so that there's record of this.
Let it out.
Hey, Aldi, the German supermarket chain. Go fuck yourselves. You might remember that we have multiple times throughout our streams, casually, mentioned a certain product that they sell, a 4-cheese pizza, because it's cheap and delicious. Guess what isn't vegetarian friendly anymore?
But you also refused to send an email to them to complain. That is how you get it back.
I haven't had the time yet.
Okay, fair enough.
For some reason, last time we went to Aldi to stock up on 4-cheese pizza, it turned out Tifa held the box and I glanced over at it. I was grabbing other stuff. The box looks different. And the box looks the same, but something was missing. Yeah, the vegetarian label was gone. So I was like, I can't eat this one anymore. Tifa's like, no, you can. You always could eat this. I'm like, turn it around. We checked the ingredients. And now for one of the 4 cheeses they put on there, they use animal rennet. Fuck you, Aldi. Fuck you. The person who decided they should switch to a different supplier, or it would be okay if they use a different cheese, fuck you from the bottom of my heart. Jerker's gone full salt.
Thought they're out of stock, don't scare me. No, it's still there.
Worse, they are in stock and I can't eat them anymore. I'd rather they be out of stock. I'd rather they stop making them, because seeing them standing there, being frozen deliciousness, mocking me because of my dietary choices, I can't eat it. Fuck you.
Those are the best oven pizzas. And not even because of the price, they are just the best.
Don't worry, I will. Psycho, I'm very glad you still get to enjoy them.
I'm glad you're still getting them.
Those animals will die for them. I appreciate that. I don't appreciate the animals dying, but I do appreciate you making the most out of it. At least there's that silver lining.
I didn't buy one yet out of solidarity, but at some point...
I even told her, because we still needed to make dinner that night, I told her, just get it. Then you have 2 for yourself. I'll just eat something else. I'm fine with that. But Tifa insisted, no, if you can't have it, I won't have one now either.
Yeah, at least then. At some point I'll probably buy it again.
And instead we bought these
the oven
baguettes with like cheese, mushroom and tomato pieces on it. And they taste like cardboard.
No, they're not bad.
They're not great.
The bread is...
cardboard.
I wouldn't
flavor.
say cardboard. I would eat it again. Or I would eat it more often.
It's still
just
cheap,
not what you expect.
Quick and easy to make. Nutritionally, you might as well eat cardboard. And the bread doesn't taste great.
I find them alright. But it doesn't come close to the pizza.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes. I saw the face of God in the shape of that pizza. And you, Aldi, you spat in my eyes.
And honestly, it was still better than I expected, because we once tried of the same brand the
mushroom and spinach.
The mushroom and spinach pizza.
Spinach, 2 different pizzas, not mushroom and spinach, but one is mushroom, one is spinach.
Oh, the mushroom one. And that one used to be alright, just never as good as the 4 cheese pizza one.
Not good.
And I got that one a while ago again, and it was somehow, suddenly it was just not good. So I'm guessing they changed the recipe there too.
Yes, or suppliers.
Or suppliers, or it was just a coincidence that that one didn't taste good.
Yeah, the mushroom one tasted weirdly sweet. Nah. And the spinach one just didn't really taste like spinach. Like, there was very little on there to begin with, and it didn't really have flavor. So.
There's suddenly no spinach pizza anymore for a while. Fuck my life. Yeah, but the 4 cheese pizza is better anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, but sometimes you really crave spinach pizza.
Yeah, fair. Just get the cream spinach from the freezer and then dip a plain pizza in it.
Or just a baguette or something. While also eating cheese.
Or that.
Or make your own spinach pizza. I know it's more work, but you can buy pre-made pizza though. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but still, it's different. It still beats the convenience.
That's true. What's also beat is me, so I'm warm. Are you still cold?
I'm alright. It has not been warm in here at all.
It's such a weird feeling because I'm barefoot and there is the fan pointing at my feet. My legs are okay. The soles of my feet are actually a little bit more chilly than I would like them to be, but I'm okay. I prefer to be cold rather than hot. My back is sweating. Oh wow.
I'm perfectly fine.
I'm pressing this button because Tifa isn't. Thank you everybody for Higurashiing with us. Sorry for the cliffhanger. Solution tomorrow hopefully. See you then. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.